Friday night, and it must be high school football tonight. Beautiful weather. We'll slip into the 60s before we get to a kickoff here tonight. We're about 30 minutes away from the Little Giants entertaining longtime rival, the Macomb Bombers. And welcome inside the Gridiron pregame show. Our countdown to kickoff is brought to you by the Graham Health System. Shop the Graham Thrift Shop at 175 South Main in Canton. All proceeds remain local. Our cast of characters, Megan, our engineer back to studios, has joined us. Vic, she'll be working the phones, getting a lot of the different things with Illinois prep and texting, getting a lot of scores from the listening area. Next week we begin conference play. Also, our cast of characters, as we mentioned, Don, he'll be working as well. Again, Rachel's going to be doing some of the things over on CD Ketry, 107.9 FM. The game tonight over on our sister station tonight with Dakota Horn. Congratulations to the new dad, Joel Carroll Horn was again born earlier this week, so congratulations to Dakota. He becomes a dad, and so it'll be his first opportunity working the game tonight, Lewistown at Stark County. So congratulations to Dakota, new part of our team as well. And, of course, Bob Wagner alongside Leon Groover. I didn't forget you, Bob. All the excitement, goosebumps, and all the thing. I had my head stuck out of the press box up here, getting a feel of the atmosphere tonight. And you can tell the stepladder of the season continues to kind of build for next week's Week 3 against Washington. But let's take care of business first for the game tonight against the Macomb Bombers. Get off to a good start tonight, and let's do a convincing win tonight.
Yeah, I think this is where you want to try and fine-tune the mistakes you made in Week 1 and not make those again. You know, when it comes to a game like this, you don't want to look past it. You know, on paper, we're the better team for sure, but you have to play the game still to find out who's going to win. But this is definitely a precursor for what we're going to call the actual season when it comes conference time in the Mid-Atlantic.
The sophomores tonight, normally we flip. Of course, the freshmen played last night at Galesburg, struggled, again, number of, again, some mistakes. They lose 14-8 to Galesburg last night, but the sophomores pound a win of 50-0, so they go to 2-0, and the freshmen are 0-1 to begin the season. The Canton Little Giants, of course, they win last week against Charleston, 26-13. What do you take away from Week 1 of the game now? Let's talk about the pluses in that game last week we saw.
I thought we won the battle at the line of scrimmage, you know, on both sides of the ball. We had a lot of pressure defensively at the snap, and I thought we really created openings for the running game offensively. And those two things I think we need to build on, because the stronger you get as far as a unit at the line and the quicker you get off the snap of the ball, the better you're going to be as a team.
Also joining us down on the field is M. Bixler Video Production. Tonight he has the best seat. You know, we always talk about high up above here at the Ron Fahnestock Field. He gets a little bit of a sideline view for your camera work, which you'll hear, of course, and see on our cable channel 22 next week as part of the M. Bixler Video Production. Listening into our pregame show is brought to you by the Graham Health System. Shop the Graham Thrift Shop at 175 South Main. All proceeds remain local. 26 away from our countdown. And again, our kickoff coming up here at around 7:30. We're streamed online, 1560, WBYS.com. Our weekly halftimers seniors tonight, brought to you by the Pava State Bank, will feature Nathan Lucas and also JT Shaw. JT should get medical clearance next week, and he'll be added to the at least to some of the corners. Injuries, let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about a couple other things from last week's game. Let's talk about the addition of Zach Collier this week. He goes to the D-back to play a corner position with the injury of Dylan Walton. He will be out. We saw, of course, last week, and again with Magnuson. Again, Ethan had an ankle injury during that game. Really was limited to just play a little bit of defense, did not play offense in the second half. And again, soaked and kind of getting that back to, again, playing type of a situation there. So Ethan Magnuson will be in the backfield, and he'll play in the secondary as well for the Canton Little Giants. And that's pretty much when you get to the injury kind of situation. For the Canton Little Giants, let's talk about some of the negative stuff. We kind of overstepped that a little bit, but most definitely penalties really were a killer last week and stalled us on 2 or 3 drives there, Bobby.
Yeah, 13 penalties for over 130 yards, and don't forget we turned the ball over 3 times. You might be able to get away with that against a team like Charleston, who's trying to regain some some form being a winning program. But you do that in week 3 against a team like Washington, you're going to lose your game by 40 points that easy.
Macomb has a head coach, a first-year Tony Weston, after he placed Kelly Sears, who left to retirement after 21 years. Kelly, all he did was 11 playoff appearances. Kelly's a good friend of Bob and I, and we have a lot of respect for Kelly in regards to what he was able to accomplish over at Macomb. And on the sideline, a 2005 grad, we saw him in the playoffs when we made the trip to Hillsboro. John Jarvis, a quarterback during that team. He is now on the sidelines, and he is one of the assistant coaches tonight for the Macomb Bombers. So you never know when the proverbial former Little Giant will show up on a roster or as a coach. On the sideline, we see Cole Schroet, who's handling duties here. We see Cameron Lucas. We saw Preston Taylor, some former Little Giants. Jace Chamberlain, of course, is here tonight. So in regards to that, and, of course, when you take a look at what we were able to accomplish last year, Coach Cody Myers, we've had the limelight. Bob, we've had a lot of television. We've had a lot of newspaper. We had a lot of print about the Little Giants, and it's a carryover from last year, definitely. But again, they feel the excitement of this Little Giant football team, and I know Cody would like to take a big step in this week 2, cut down some mistakes, and put a solid in a game. We saw the defense really play solid last week. I thought the offense in the first half was very, very solid as well. So let's see if we can kind of reduce some of those little mental mistakes as well.
Yeah, you could tell throughout the 4 quarters that our defense was definitely ahead of our offense as far as the game planning. And, the offense will catch up, once it gets a little more comfortable with the crew that's out there, because when graduation hits you, you might lose only a few kids, but it can make all the difference in the world as far as the outcome of a game. So I think once they get a little more familiar with each other and that chemistry grows, you'll see the offense play much better.
Captains will be going out for the coin flip. They're ready to do that. So that means we're about 22 minutes away. Kicking this one off, temperature slipping in the upper 60s here at game time. Sunshine, and of course that will disappear. We'll get a little bit more feel of actual high school football on this week 2 here from Memorial Stadium, Ron Fahnestock Field. The winds out of the northeast at 5-7. They make their way to the middle of the field for the shake of the hands and the coin toss as we are getting ready for high school football here on a Friday night. You're listening into the pregame show. It's brought to you by the Graham Health System. Shop the Graham Thrift Shop at 175 South Main in Canton. All proceeds remain local. Bob Wagner, Leon Cooper with our call in week 2. When we return, we'll visit with the head coach, Cody Myers. We'll visit that, our first break in the gridiron. Kickoff will be coming up in just about 21 minutes. More coming up, our first break. And you're listening to the voice of the Little Giants, WBYS.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
I'm Jason. I'm 32, and my risk for stroke is increased by 5 times because of an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Because of my young age, I'm not a typical AFib patient.
And I'm Pat. I'm 62, and I'm a 2-time stroke survivor with AFib, which is most common in older people.
Together, we are faces of AFib and stroke.
Telling our stories might help save a life.
Take action today by talking with a healthcare professional about your risk, and visit stroke.org to learn more.
Pre-game show in week 2 with Coach Cody Myers, the head coach of Little Giants on WBYS, is brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse on North Main in Canton. Enjoy a quick lunch at the Soup and Salad Bar every day at Big Rack Steakhouse, North Main in Canton. Coach Myers is with us, and again, off to a 1-0 start. Never easy. Got another home game against Macomb, another team, new, trying to do some new things. They're trying to kind of break in, and good week of practice for you guys, good week of preparation.
Anytime you have a good week of practice, that's nice, especially coming off a second half like we played where we were a little disappointed. And hats off to Charleston because, those guys didn't give up and they played hard after being down 20-0 at the half. But, we had some things that we wanted to shore up this week, and I think we did that. And we won't know until we take the field tomorrow, and hopefully the guys come ready to go.
One of the key things that really sticks out, the penalties and the amount of those, over 100-some yards in penalties. And I know it's irritating, and that's one of the things that really is that you have to really take care of and reduce.
You don't want to be notorious for anything, but the longer I'm around these guys in the last couple of years, we are notorious in the first couple weeks of the season for what I would call dumb penalties. Ones where maybe the runner was already passed and we decided to hold. They're not cheap penalties. I don't think we're cheap shotting anybody. I think we're trying to play hard, and I don't want to be upset with them for their effort, and that's something we talked about. But they've got to be smart enough to realize, maybe the football's 10, 15 yards downfield and to let up at that point and not reach out and grab somebody and cost us a touchdown or a big play. So, hopefully we can limit those, but I felt like we, over the last couple of years, we're notorious for that. And some of it maybe has to do with our effort level.
How would you assess after the first week, really offensively? Let's take a look for offensively. You handle quite a bit of the duties of that. I thought in the first half, really excellent execution in the first half.
Well, that was the first game of my life I've ever called the offense. Being a college wide receiver, I'm definitely used to what we're doing and being D coordinator here the last few seasons. But I was very happy with how those guys came out. And I'm not going to lie, some of the plays we run are very difficult. And there's a lot of handoffs and spacing issues, and we didn't have that. That wasn't the problem. The problem was, some certain penalties we had that killed drives. But I thought we put together some nice big drives, and I also thought we bailed ourselves out of a lot of second and third and long situations, which is always nice.
Defensively, again, kudos to them. I thought they really played. And that's really the consistency you're looking for, both sides of the football, aren't you?
Oh, man, our defense has been awesome. And, I'm not just saying that because I was so heavily involved with it in the past. I've always respected those guys because I would say they don't always get the credit they deserve, even though they're getting a lot of accolades for it. Holding somebody to negative yards in the first half, they're rushing the ball. Anytime you can do that, you're going to be successful. And especially being the offensive coordinator now and being on the other side, I know we're ecstatic that they can keep those guys off the field.
When you look at some of the film with Macomb, new head coach, new system, they're going to throw the football a little bit. What's the thing that kind of sticks out with Macomb, I guess, in preparing and knowing a game plan for them? Let's say as a defense, looking at what you do offensively.
Well, definitely, to stop those guys, we got to limit big plays. I think they're going to try to dink and dunk us a little bit, and that's what we went against last week. So at least in that aspect, we're prepared for what they're going against. Now, when we get out on the field, some of those guys will look a lot faster than they do on huddle, but, for the most part, we'll understand the scheme. For those guys defensively, and that goes for most teams we play, you don't see an offense quite like ours. Just the irregular snaps and the different guys that have the ball. There's a lot of handoffs and different things that it's just hard to track. It's hard for me to track from the sidelines. Luckily, I get to call the plays and I know what's going on. But, a tall task for those guys, and I definitely wouldn't want anybody to come out and run some of the plays that we do. Now, with that being said, we can make a lot of mistakes with it being very complicated, but it's been working in our favor.
One of the things you notice about them, a lack of numbers. They'll play 7 two-way players, so that really is an advantage we must take advantage of.
Yeah, and I can definitely relate. I would say our kids are in shape. I wouldn't say they're in the greatest shape. Some of these guys have been beat up a little bit and have missed some conditioning days, but for the most part, all summer long, these guys have been here really, really pushing to use that as momentum into the season, where the other team has so many two-way players, and we try not to. I know we have 3 sophomores, and their eyes were opened real big last week, so hopefully they can take a step forward as well.
Injury-wise, Dylan Walton will be a no-go this week, but it looks like possibly next week for him. Again, Ethan Magnuson, he's been kind of dinged up from last week as well, so what's kind of the status as you look for your backfield?
Well, Dylan will be out this week and maybe next, or maybe he'll be back. But hopefully Ethan can step up and do a good job and win that starting spot going forward. You know, I'm very proud of the young man Ethan Magnuson's become, and he could be a two-way starter going forward. That would be an awesome thing for a senior leader to be. So.
Absolutely. Cody, as we take a look at the keys to the game, looking against Macomb here, not looking past this game to Washington next week would be a good one, you know, to take a look at that. But what for you, sound football coming into this game, what do you need to take to beat Macomb here?
I think if we come out and play our game and play with effort, I think things will take care of itself. You know, talking to some coaches, they've got some old sayings that they have, and you know, we've done what we need to do to be ready. If by any means you think I need to show up tomorrow morning and change our game plan, or something's going to magically come to me tonight to change the outcome of tomorrow, I don't believe in that. I think the work's been put in here the last few months, and that's going to pay dividends tomorrow, I hope.
Have a little trust, right?
You got to have a little trust in what you're doing.
Absolutely. And Katie, good luck to you again, head coach of the Little Giants in week 2, and we'll talk to you after the game. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Leon.
More coming up on our pregame show, and it is brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse on the North Main in Canton. You can enjoy a quick lunch at the Soup and Salad Bar every day at Big Rack Steakhouse in Canton. More on our Gridiron pregame to kick off on week 2 back in 90 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off.
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Because it makes you feel cool? Because I'm different?
Do I touch a nerve?
Does making me feel bad make you feel good?
Why?
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 Bullying hurts. Bullying abuses. Bullying kills. Why would you bully me?
Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Back for a countdown to kickoff. For about 12 minutes, we'll have the anthem for the CHS Marching Band. They'll make their way out on the field. While we have a chance to give it the defensive starters tonight, as we mentioned, the change to Dylan Walton being out injured. Corner tonight becomes the senior 5'11" Zach Collier. Also in the secondary, strong safety Ethan Magnuson, 5'10" senior. Also Drake Yerbick, a 5'9" senior with free safety. Also Evan Otto, a safety. He's a 6'1" senior. And Nathan Lucas, 6'3", and a senior as a corner. Also defensively, the Sam linebacker tonight, Bryce Adams, a senior. Also the Mike linebacker, a senior, Gage Miller, number 51. The defensive front for the Little Giants, DN, is Cameron Oatman, a 6'3" junior. Also tonight, Micah Barnhart, 6'4" sophomore at the nose. Garrett Petty, a senior, and also Nathan Petty, a senior, at the D tackle. Starting lineup again for Coach Cody Myers. The assistants are Mike Fulmer, Justin Miller, Kent McDowell, Cody Smith. We hope that Cody's recovering. He had surgery today, so we give him a little shout out. DeBrett Miller, Grant Stevenson, Harold Rose, Bill Lingle, and also Cole Schroet. Those are among the Little Giant coaching staff. Marching band making its way. We'll have the lineups here. The Macomb Bombers, they come in, of course, at 0-1, having lost in week 1. They lost 7-6 to Lincoln, and the Bombers committed 12 penalties worth 89 yards. And they also in the game moved the ball numerous times, but again, penalties and dropped passes, and they weren't able to sustain a few drives. And again, in the action there, their quarterback is Jacob Berg, threw for 164 yards. And again, he had the one touchdown run, along with the Ben Gentry running back. He had 8 carries, 30 yards. One of the key things, Bob, again, was the limited. We gave up negative yards last week in the first half defensively for the Little Giants, and I know that's what Coach Justin Miller will hang his hat on defensively.
And, we've got a lot of experience coming back defensively, and I think it really showed in the first game as far as just, getting off the snap of the football and getting that penetration. We probably had a dozen or so tackles for a loss. That might not sound like a big stat, but when you accumulate those, it definitely results in the outcome of the game.
Little Giants, who again won the toss, defer to the second half, and they will kick off right to left in this first half of football. Our temperature moving into the mid-60s as we near game time here. We're about 10 minutes away from our kickoff. Marching band will make their way out of the field and perform the anthem. The prelim game tonight, Canton Sophomores, and again, they jumped out on the top tonight in this early one, 50-0. They're now 2-0. Last night, the freshmen lost at Galesburg 14-8. So the Little Giants 1-0 matched up against the Macomb Bombers 0-1. We will let you know this will be the last with that contract with Macomb. We still have not, there's undecided who will be the replacement of that scheduling. Talk to Cody. I know he has some ideas he would like to get on that schedule, but at this time, it still will be open for slate for that time to get who will have on that schedule there. But I know he'll look, because we'll go on the road next year to Charleston, so he'll try to get something maybe this week too for a home game if possible. So, but next year we'll be slated. We'll probably have about 6 or 7 road games. So you know how that they kind of average
I
it
don't
out.
want that many.
Average it out for a particular type of thing. Anthem is coming up. We'll take a quick break. We'll step aside. We've had Little Giant football streamed online tonight, 1560 WBYS.com. M. Vicks for video production down on the field. For Vic and for Bob, I'm Leon. A quick break here. We got the anthem coming up, and then we'll give you the keys to the game. We'll set the scene. Beautiful weather night here on this week, too, from Ron Fahnestock Field. We step aside. More coming up. Little Giant football countdown to kickoff. We're under about 8 minutes. Stick around. A break is coming up next on the voice of the Little Giants, WBYS.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
I'm Jason. I'm 32, and my risk for stroke is increased by 5 times because of an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Because of my young age, I'm not a typical AFib patient.
And I'm Pat. I'm 62, and I'm a 2-time stroke survivor with AFib, which is most common in older people.
Together, we are faces of AFib and stroke.
Telling our stories might help save a life.
Take action today by talking with a healthcare professional about your risk, and visit stroke.org to learn more.
We're getting ready for a kickoff. We're under about 4 minutes. We'll have Bob's keys to the game. Also, quickly, Jerseyville scores early. They lead Metamoris 7-0. And also, late in the first, it's Morton 6 and Centralia 0. So we'll get you updated on a lot of those scores. Though Centralia leads. All right, Vic, 99-yard drive to lead Centralia on that opening drive, and they lead it 6-0 here. As we get you ready for action here tonight, temperature nearing game time in the mid-60s as they're introducing the offensive starters for the Canton Little Giants. As we mentioned, next week, week 3 begins 36th season on the Middle Illini Conference. Games next week, Washington will come to Canton next week. East Peoria's at Limestone. Pekin at Dunlap, and Morton will be at Metamora. So that is opening night, Mid-Atlantic Conference for the 36th season. Let's bring you our keys to the game, brought to you right before a kickoff by State Farm Insurance. Chuck Taylor in Canton for auto, life, and health insurance. Call Chuck at 647-8544. Don't let me down, Bobby. Let's get a formula for victory. What are some of the keys to the game here tonight?
Well, I think offensively, you can't allow any third and longs. You got to keep those third and shorts to sustain drives and put points on the board. And I think you look at the defensive side, just continue to put pressure on the quarterback. Get the opponent out of their comfort zone and continue to stack up those tackles for loss.
That is the keys to the game, brought to you in part by the Chuck Taylor State Farm Insurance in Canton. For auto, life, and health insurance, call Chuck at 647-8544. Beautiful weather night. Marching band did a great job on their performance. We'll see them more at halftime here. As we continue, you're listening to the pregame show. It's brought to you by the Graham Health System. Shop the Graham Thrift Shop in 175 South Main in Canton. All groceries remain local. We step aside, take a 90-second break, and we'll get it kicked off for Week 2 football. You're listening to the voice of Little Giants, WBYS.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerville Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerville Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Get ready for our first quarter, 12 minutes, and ready for the kickoff from the 40-yard line. And for the Little Giants, and of course, the action here will be west to east, right to left as we'll kick it off. And the Little Giants will be Jesse Theobald. Number 5 will be kicking it off. They have one man returning back there. Looks like a Lee Stone back inside the 10. And a little squib to this near side. And retrieving it is Judson Thompson. And he's drilled inside about the 33-yard line. So no return by Macomb. Nice little kick there by Jesse Theobald. And he's become a valuable weapon, as his brother Spencer was a year ago there, Bobby.
That was a swarm of special teamers on that tackle, wasn't it?
Up front here offensively, we have a left tackle, Destin Blowers, 6-foot senior. Left guard will be Cole Hagan. He's a senior. All seniors up front. Center is also Jordan Peters, Joe Music, and Ben Fagan. They average 237 up front. Out of the gun, single setback. And again, trips to the opposite side. So 4 receivers, all to the wide side. To Reed. And it is a run off this left side. That's Kyle Protzman. Protzman is listed as a wide receiver. Also will go as a swing back for them. Also Jacob Berg, the QB. Offensively for them, they'll go with the orange helmets. This is pretty much the traditional look. This goes back a few years, this look here, with the orange helmets, white jerseys, black numbers, and of course trimmed in the orange with the black pants as well. They come to line of scrimmage here. It'll be second down from the 35-yard line. Center Peters getting ready to snap the football. He does. That's the read option. And again, they run it off the left side, and at pounding this way, that's Ben Gentry, number 44. He's a senior running back. This your roster only has, 38. They lost Peyton Hammond, we understand, quit the team this week, 6'4", 250. He was a tight end, left the team a few days ago. Cody Myers and I were starting to look at the roster, and he was looked at a lot on film last week, so he is minus a huge target as the defensive, at least the tight end there. Trips to this near side, back to pass. Berg flips it out here, and it's a catch in space at about the 41. He gets it across,
He's still
And it
short.
goes. Good job there by the Little Giants in the pursuit there. Slipped away. Main tackle again by Caleb Miller. Had it out and space out here. Judson Thompson made the catch. He's a 6'3" senior. And the action here, it'll be 4th down.
Who caught that, Leon?
Thompson, number 81.
That's what I thought, Jed.
Judson Thompson. Go to the punt situation here. Music, I think, will do the punting. That's who they have listed, but you never know. And the changing.
Will they take the gamble this early in the game with it being 4th and 1?
It
That's
is number
question.
61, so Music. And again, we have one returning. And again, could be.
That's on us, I do believe.
Yep, against the Little Giants. And then we give them a 1st down if that is the case.
Might be enough.
That's against.
Delay
a delay a game against Macomb.
I saw our right hand get up, and I thought, oh, no.
I know.
But he got up because the time ran out.
So it moves it back a little bit for their punt on the 4th down here.
They'll definitely punt now.
So Music now will punt for the 25. And we'll send Drake Yerbik back. End over end punt here. Who's going to call for it? It goes right in the middle. They let it roll, and it'll down at about the 15. A little bit of confusion between, again, back there for the return, Gabe Gossett, who is first time back there this season. Got to have great communication. And if you are Drake Yerbik, you got to take charge and make that.
They just looked at each other.
On the punt. And so no return by the Little Giants. Will have it from the 15, from the hash mark to the near side.
And there should have been a return on that one.
Again, we mentioned Gabe Gossett, a little bit apprehensive again on that punt.
Got to take charge on them special teams plays.
So again, Macomb will go the 3 and out and a punt to begin. Inside, and they turn the reverse. A little tripped up there. Looked like stumbled a little bit here. And that was Drake Yerbik on an inside handoff. Again, they were going nowhere. It looked like he stumbled a little bit trying to cut it up.
It wasn't the cleanest handoff either, man, on the reverse.
So again, Macomb after the punt. And again, no gain on that situation.
Lost one.
So loss of 1. Little Giants will sub. And they bring into the lineup. Evan Otto will come in as one of the tight ends. We'll get the Little Giants set. Clint Wells, the senior, 6'2". Single back. And again, he'll run it right off this left side. He slips loose, and he gets across back to about the 16, 17-yard line. So Little Giants with a little bit of a gain, about 4 or 5 yards on that gain there.
Well, thanks to the spot, Leon, he only gets 3.
So again, for the Little Giants, they will bring in the lineup Jake Smith. He is the blocking back. They'll rotate a lot of different players to get the call from head coach Cody Myers, calling the offense for his week number 2.
It's got a nice ring to it, head coach Cody Myers.
It does. 3rd down. And they'll fake it. They run it off the right side. That's Magnuson, and he burst. But it's coming back. There's a penalty. At about the 25, he had a little bit of burst, but it's coming back a hold against the Little Giants. So we'll back it up. Little Giants had an opportunity. Ethan Magnuson, who was dinged up a little bit with the ankle.
That one might be on number 6.
Yep, I think you're right there. And again, the Little Giants now stalled in their own territory now at 8:15 this opening quarter. So they'll back it up all the way to the 10, inside the 10.
And again
against Gage Miller. Left tackle is Jacob Waskow. He's a sophomore. Left guard, Justin Jorgensen. Center is Nathan Petty, a senior. And again, Gage Miller, senior. And right tackle, Garrett Petty. Offensively up front, the Little Giants are working from the far hash mark. And for the short side of the field, 8:05 in this opening period. Stalled in our backfield here. Play action, and they throw it out of here. He's got a man open. He turned. Nathan Lucas with a catch. Across the 50. He swiveled and turned his head, and it threw it right in his hands. A completion that goes from Clint Wells to the big tight end, Nathan Lucas, and it gets it into Macomb territory inside the 45.
46-yard play, Leon.
Big time play there. That's kind of that little play action, kind of a set out of the single wing. Breaks loose, running, across the 35.
Just give Max 10, Leon.
Yep. So again, Ethan Magnuson, running back for Little Giants, had 5 carries, 35 yards, and a TD. who had some of those yards taken back with that penalty.
He did a lot better on that play than he did trying to draw a Little Giant last night.
So it's all three of them. I know three. I think Ethan, he was the best one out of them. Yeah, Gage Miller was not. He didn't even show his.
Yeah.
Here's again, cradling the football. That's Clint Wells running for a blocker. He gets through that seam. He breaks to this outside and tripped up inside the 20. Good run there by Clint Wells. Little ankle tackle there. Making the stop was McKenna Gabby.
19 yards, Leon.
Really a saver there. Could have been 6 for the Little Giant QB. Good job by Clint Wells. I'll tell you what, he is getting so good at waiting for those blockers. You see how he kind of feels right from the back of them, when they're running, one of the offensive linemen.
In this single wing offense, that's what it's all about.
Again, it's 7:08. Clock runs. 1st and 10.
Oh.
And again,
That was a
breaks
lucky
away.
handoff.
Drake Yerbick, and he gets it into about the 10-yard line. So Drake Yerbick with the carry. Lowered the shoulder.
A lucky handoff.
And again, one of the things, they got a little bit of penetration that time. And again, Little Giants substitution. Caleb Miller comes off. Evan Otto checks in.
7th play of the drive, Leon.
Little Giants here at the 7-minute mark here. 2nd and goal at the 11. Little Giants work it. Middle of the field here, down in the red territory. Gets Magnuson, he bursts, he drags into the 5.
Look at that.
And again, a couple of extra yards down about the 3 for Ethan Magnuson for the Little Giants. Tell you what, you're minus, of course, with Dylan Walton, the speedster with the sophomore, but you get that thunder with Ethan Magnuson. They get out of the gun again, single wing, snap of the football. Clint Wells here, turn it, and he's down just shy of the goal line. Looked like he was turning, and he gets in. And it gets 2 yards. 2 yards. 2 yards. I looked like the angle there, Bob.
It was tough, yeah.
Yep. So a 2-yard run by Clint Wells. And the Little Giants get on the scoreboard here at the 6:40 mark of this opening quarter. And again, rushing touchdown number 3 on the year for Clint Wells. So the TD here. And to go out of the PAT, out of the hold of Drake Yerbick. Snap of the football from Nathan Petty. Barks it, places it, and boots it through the uprights. It's good for the PAT. So a solid drive by the Little Giants. And they come up with 6. They add the PAT. They lead it 7-0 at the 6:40 mark opening quarter. Streamed online 1560 WBYS.com. Little Giants up 7-0. Back to the kickoff versus Macomb in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerville Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerville Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off.
Scoring drive recap here on WBYS brought to you by Ray Rickon, Walter Brown Country Financial Agents in Canton. Call Ray or Walter at 647-6180. Took him just under 3 minutes. A drive of 85 yards. 8 plays capped off with a 2-yard run by Clint Wells. The PAT added by Jesse Theobald. Little Giants out in front 7-0. And again, pretty solid drive there, Bobby. And I think a couple of mistakes, but for the most part, pretty solid drive there. Took charge.
Yeah, it was. And that 46-yard pass play was definitely the big one of that drive.
Yeah, you got us. What we talk about, we talked about a little bit about one of the keys in your thing was, again, how we were going to respond on big plays on 3rd down. And the big play there by Clint Wells, finding Nathan Lucas, and in running stride down the middle of the field.
Yeah, and the best part of that 8-play drive is we never actually got to a 3rd down situation. We had that one penalty that set us back 10 yards. Other than that, there was a good drive.
Little Giants defensively. Up front, you have, again, Little Giants will go with the sophomore. It's Micah Barnhart, the D end. Also, Garrett Petty, the nose. The D tackle, Nathan Petty. And linebackers, Bryce Adams and Gage Miller. Up front, quick out pass to this near side. A catch there by John Ogle. He gets it near the 50-yard line. Couple of missed tackles there. They run it right down the sideline under the quickie on the flat to this near side. And the completion, it goes to Ogle. Gets it just shy of midfield for Jacob Berg to Ogle.
13 yards, Leon, and a Bomber first down.
And they'll try to dink you. That's what they talked with Cody, and they'll try to peck you here with a couple little things there. They'll take their shot down the field with some size. They'll run 2x2s. Receivers, single back. They'll clap and flips the pass, and it's incomplete. So over through to the far sideline over there. Was intended for McKenna Gabai. You see that little quick thing. It's a lot in college football is done, a lot of that. I mean, that's a tough throw when you're especially, but you have to do it out of the gun. You can't do it under center. You can see hardly anything done under center anymore.
Well, and they're on the far hash mark, too, when they made that throw. And the thing about it is, a play like that, if you have too much airtime on that football, you can get a chance to get intercepted.
Here's second down. And about 8. And he's stumbled, and here comes the pressure. Good job, the Little Giants. Gage Miller, also inside, stopped there defensively by the Little Giants. That's Micah Barnhart.
No gain for Gentry.
Good job there. They pursued to the football real well. That flow to this near side read the run. And you mentioned it was Gentry.
That's one thing I like about our defense. Leon, we're able to read and react with the experience we have out there to not allow those big plays.
And I guarantee you what, you see Coach Justin Miller dial up about anything. He has a lot of confidence in what these guys can do, especially in the secondary as well. So 3rd and 10, back to pass is Berg. He flips it out here, and it's picked off. Picked off by the Little Giants. After it's Evan Otto. And again, I picked off, and he runs it to about the 41, maybe 42-yard line. I told him that Bob got on him last week because he had a chance to pick it off. I heard him. I go, Bob, burn you. You got to do one and pick it up. And he did this exactly that to the interception thrown there, and Otto with the pick there. So good job there defensively. And it's one of the great things about this secondary, too. Man, they set back and they waited in perfect position. So an interception.
We have no idea what time's on the clock because the scoreboard is blank.
So Little Giants now, 1st and 10 from Macomb's 40-yard line. So Little Giants now, I think they're waiting. Even the officials are waiting.
Well, they got to have time before they can do anything.
Yep. Again here from Ron Fahnestock Field, a little delay is trying to get the clock back on the scoreboard here. And waiting for that. I saw 5:42. There we go. So it's 1st and 10 from Macomb's 40-yard line. Hash mark to the near side, Little Giants offense. It'll be Clint Wells as the QB. Offset, that's Ethan Magnuson. Got bunch, that's 3 receivers to the right side. Clint through the pocket, and he can't get away. And he's going to go down.
He's going to lose a yard.
Yep, so he'll lose a yard there. Interior play there by John Four made the stop inside. He's a big one, 6'6", 245. D lineman made the stop there. So it's again for the Little Giants. Could not, again, the pressure in a passing situation. He couldn't get through the middle there. And so it's going to be from the 42-yard line now. So it'll be 2nd down.
Got to get a chunk back so you don't get that 3rd and long.
And it's a free snap, and it goes to the QB. And he dives, get a couple of yards back down about the 40. Is Clint Wells.
You got those 2 back.
And a stop there. That was by Garrett Beck. He's the defensive lineman. So the play called, Jake Smith will get the sideline play. Also back in the lineup, Micah Barnhart. He'll come in, and he'll come in the place of Jorgensen, left guard. Again, the Little Giants up front here at the 4:33 mark of this opening quarter, lead at 7-0. Back to pass, he rolls out, plants the feet, throws, he got hit, and it goes incomplete. But again, a good job there by John Music to hold up. And again, he got the pass off, but it goes incomplete to the far side of the field.
And you can see the defensive pressure really got that play out of sync, and he had to rush that throw and give the receiver time to finish that route to get open.
Something that Cody Myers, as the play caller, sees a little bit, that there's some options to throw the football. And right now it's going to be 3rd down from the 40-yard line.
4th down.
Yeah, 4th down.
Yeah.
And so from The Macomb's 40. See what the Little Giants will do. A couple of updates for you on scores. Farmington and Rushville Industry 8-8 late first quarter. Havana 14, North Fulton 6 second quarter. Mid-County leads Knoxville 14-8. Princeville 21-0 over Peoria Heights. And again, back to pass. Flips it out here, and it goes incomplete, in and out of the hands of Nathan Lucas.
Jake Smith was wide open too, Leon.
So it goes incomplete on the fourth down. No conversion on that, fourth down. So it'll be Macomb taking over on downs from their 40-yard line. And it goes an incomplete on that fourth down. With the 7-0 lead, Macomb will take over 1st and 10 from their 40. They'll work for the hash mark to the near side. Sterling leads Pekin 28-0. Coach Slummer's son is the head coach. John is the coach of that. Sterling, ranked team, they're leading in that one. And Dunlap leads Marion 14-7 in the second. Run into this near side, that's Ogle, and he is stopped defensively by Zach Collier, who gets a start tonight. They run it up to about the 45-yard line, so a gain of about 5, maybe 6 there. I think if they place it there, it's going to be about 6 yards. So Ogle, a lot of these guys are listed as receivers, but they'll usually a swing back or whatever, and sometimes there will be receivers for Jacob Berg, a senior. First-year head coach is Tony Weston. Took it from a long-time coach, Kelly Sears, who retired after 21 years. 2nd and 4 for the Bombers offense. They trail 7-0. Inside, and that's going to be a run. The ball almost stripped away. That's Kyle Prossman.
It was a nice tackle by Nathan Petty, Leon.
Yep. Boy, he had it. You could see that Prossman was reaching for the football, almost got it out of his hands.
Give Petty credit, open field tackle and trying to strip the ball in the process.
So they get it up to the 48-yard line. Near midfield against this Little Giant defense. Deep end is Micah Barnhart. Also out there, as we mentioned, a couple of the others, Garrett Petty. At the nose, Nathan Petty, Cameron Oatman. Little Giants defense. And again, that'll be 3rd and 3 from near midfield for Bombers offense. Clapp now the snap of the football inside, and a good read there. Good pursuit interior there, staying home, making the stop, Nathan Petty. Good job of the D tackle position there.
Prossman for no gain.
They tried a little slip there with that run on that option. And again, a good stop there defensively by the Little Giants. Defensive line didn't allow any of the penetration. And he had guys already starting to ready to fill those gaps there, Bobby, so a good job. So Macomb.
Defensive pressure and tackle for loss, Leon.
So again, a 3 and out, trying to get the good guys back to football. End over end, short kick from the 20. And again, ran right into this old man. And Little Giants, and about a couple of yards on their return there by Drake Yerbick. Nothing going there for the Little Giants offense. So again, at 2:14 of this opening quarter, Little Giants, after an 8-play drive, scored on a 2-yard run by Clint Wells. Bob Wagner, Leon Groover with the call. Vic's working the phones, getting a lot of updates and some scores. It was Elmwood Brimfield now 16-8 for Anawan Weathersfield. You're listening to some of those score updates brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon. It's a 3 Little Giants Plaza, North Main in Canton. 2:14. Magnuson trying to turn the corner to the opposite side of the field. He's got one block, and he gets it to the 35. On a run by the Little Giants senior, Ethan Magnuson.
Give him 11, Leon.
And as we mentioned, Dylan Walton out. And I'm not going to say this as for a young man like Dylan Walton who has some potential. Sometimes an injury is better mentally in getting some of the things back. He had a couple of penalties. It's a learning experience for him. Sitting out, make you hungry to play, make you a better teammate.
All about growing pains.
Yep, it is. So it'll be, again, for Little Giants, first down. And a run off this near side. Drake Yerbick, he's got one man to beat. It's going to be a race to the 30. Slows down, hesitates to the 15, down about the 10. Little Giants, Drake Yerbick. One of his big runs of the year was 35. Last week he had a 20-yard TD run.
52-yard run.
So a big run by Drake Yerbick, the senior. We expect big things out of Drake out of that wing position. That means the big guys did a good job getting out. Proper blocking to set it up. First and goal from the 15. Magnuson comes loose and a fumble by the Little Giants. So again, Ethan Magnuson tried to turn it up and lost it. So Little Giants, who had, 3 turnovers last week, at their first of the night. And it comes here at the minute 28 mark. You could tell when he had it, Bobby had it right in his belly, but he tried to reach for it. He really didn't get it stuffed right in there. A little careless now, and a turnover by the Little Giants.
And that's the key word too, Leon. Careless. You got to make sure you get that ball tight into your gut before you start your play.
So Morton 14-6 against Centralia. Jerseyville 14, Metamora 7. Both of those in the second quarter. Next week we begin the 36th year of the Mid-Atlantic Conference. Macomb, snap of the football, that read option. Inside handoff, and it goes to the 20-yard line. Got a Macomb player down with an ankle. He looked like a Jordan Peters, 77, grabbing his ankle. And I think, Bob, that was Ogle, 11, right?
No, it was Protzman.
Protzman, okay.
Yeah.
I was watching the guy go down there, and I lost track who was actually running the football. They've done a little bit differently this week, Bob, what we've seen. I know that they like to spread it out, but they're kind of using that read option kind of a situation, kind of reading the outside defensive end.
It could also be a thing trying to set us up for later on in the game, too, Leon.
Exactly.
A totally different offense.
So Little Giants, that again, have a turnover. They have it now.
All right, lost the ball.
Second 8. They have it come loose.
He's lost it out of his hand.
And again, it comes loose, and Macomb got it back inside about the 12-yard line and got it right back. Fortunately for them, it would have been nice to get it right back here at the tail end of this first quarter at the 32nd mark.
8-yard loss on the play.
So Jacob Berg and company defensively in for the Little Giants. Cameron Oatman back in as a DN.
Yep, and they'll have to run a play, too.
Yep. Closing seconds with the Little Giants up by the TD by Clint Wells at a 2-yard run. Under 10 seconds here. Snap of the football to Berg. He goes back to pass. He rolls it, flips it, and overthrew. Incomplete. McKenna Gabai with 2.4. Clock stops here in this opening period. Another terrific turnout by Little Giant fans here tonight.
That it is.
And again, we had also the folks from Spinnerboro Animal Clinic collecting, again, pet supplies, those type of things will be given to Texas. He's already taken 2 closed trailers already left today. And that's the way, got a timeout taken by the Little Giants. Timeout defensively here with 2.4. Canton takes a timeout. We'll step aside. Closing seconds here. Canton 7-0. Back in a quick 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
And 2.4. That's just the seconds remaining. And it will be 4th down. Another punt situation coming up on a 3 and out. So they've done that now this 3 times. This will be 1, 2, 3 times. Forced to punt here from back near the goal line. Punts it and fielded at about the 41 by Gabe Gossett. That's where Little Giants will begin the second period, leading it 7-0. We played to the first quarter in week 2 football. Little Giants on a 2-yard run by Clint Wells leads it 7-0. Second quarter as we continue here on WBYS Little Giant Football. Back in 1 minute.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North First Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Magnuson gets the handoff, and he dives across the 25, down about the 23. Again, he was protecting, carrying the football that time. So the senior Ethan Magnuson with the carry to open up our second period here. Little Giants on the drive in Macomb territory inside the 25-yard line. And Little Giants with the 1st and 10. They work it from the hash mark to the near side. Clint Wells from the near sideline with Coach Cody Myers.
Now the clock's still at 12, and it should not be, because that play was just ran in the quarter.
Yep. They'll have.
They change the clock to 11:48. 11 minutes, 48 seconds.
11:48. And again, they'll have on the clock here as we'll have the time begins here in this second quarter now. Offensively, Little Giants converted on that first play. Little low snap. Inside turnaround, and they didn't fake them. This time they're going to loss a couple of yards down about the 30. That's a little pivot play where they do the fake handoffs as Clint has his back facing the line. Then he turns, and there was a swarm of Bombers waiting for him at the 30-yard line.
I don't like that play.
That's something, you know, we added a little bit this year. We haven't run it a lot, and probably it's going to be in the back pocket there.
I would hope so. I'd set it right next to the kitchen sink where it belongs, as of right now.
So 2nd and 10. Little Giants snap of the football. Wells trying to get out there, sifts his way through traffic, and he goes down finally at about the 25. So he gained some of that back again for this Little Giant offense. They'll work it from the far side of the field.
Give him 8.
So clock continues here at 10:53. Gain of 8 by Clint Wells. You know, it's one of those things, it looked like the play is never going to develop, Bob, and that's some of the things that really you have to show the patience with that, don't you? I mean, really critical.
That's what this offense is all about. It's a patient offense. You wait for the hole to open, and sometimes, you know, the defense can get frustrated and over-pursue on those.
3rd down, Little Giants. Inside, Magnuson finds his way, turns, bump, then a little push from behind. That was one of his teammates. Give him a little lunge. Gets to about the 12-yard line. On the carry there by Ethan Magnuson.
11 yards, Leon.
And credit that a couple of that to your offensive lineman. See a little shove at the end there. The Little Giants lead at 7-0, driving deeper into Bombers territory.
You know, Ethan's not going to blow you away with 4-2 speed,
Right.
but what I like about it, he sees that opening. It's a quick burst to get through there. North-south run are positive yards.
1st and goal for the 12 of Macomb. Little Giants try to get their 2nd score of the night. Week 2 football non-conference game here. Looked like inside, handoff, Yerbick has a little bit of a run inside and a touchdown from 12 yards. I don't see any penalties down. I thought DN for Macomb is offside with a 12-yard run. Drake Yerbick gets on the scoreboard and his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And it comes here with 9:53 of this 2nd quarter. Little Giants a score this time on the ground, a 12-yard run. Good job by Drake. You know, again, everybody blocking it, just kind of parched the way for the little bit of that alley to open up there. Out of the hole to Drake Yerbick. Another opportunity for a PAT coming by Jesse Theobald, and he boots it. He's got a strong leg. He adds his 2nd PAT, and the Little Giants on the board again. And again in this 2nd quarter, Little Giants open up now a 14-0 lead over the Macomb Bombers. A 12-yard run by Drake Yerbick. PAT is good. Little Giant kicking off. Canton leads 14-0 back in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off.
Back here, a scoring drive recap is brought to you by Ray Rickenow, Walter Brown, 647-6180, 48 West Locust in Canton. 5-play drive, covered 40 yards, took 2:07. Drake Yerbick, a 12-yard run, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And at 9:53, PAT second of the night. So for Jesse Theobald, Little Giants out to a 14-0 lead.
Oh, I'd love to see an onside kick right here.
And it's sometimes in the realm. We saw Coach Pearson really like that last year. That was one of his favorite things. He used his special teams. Theobald waves his hand. He's ready to go and kick it off left to right for the 40. And he boots it on the return here by Macomb. Bounces at about the 11. Turn, and a good job there. Took a hit, was Lee Stone. Took the initial little charge there by the Little Giants. Bryce Adams rung his bell as he was trying for a return to this near side.
And Luisi Barra was there too, Leon.
So again for the Little Giants and Macomb, good job on special teams getting down there. And again, the Jacob Berg and Macomb will have an opportunity in this second quarter, their first possession of this period. From the hash mark to the near side, 1st and 10. From the 23-yard line, snap of the football, our run trips to the opposite side. Put a man in motion across the backfield, that's Thompson. He'll come set here, low snap here. Berg rolls out, chase from behind, flips the pass, and a grab to the near side to target. Thompson a catch here, just shy of the 31. About the 31-yard line. See where they place it.
Give him 5.
Yep, they gave him to the 30 there. That pressure was coming. Berg, he just got out of the reach of the Little Giants defensive player. We can see he was chasing, he was grabbing, they were grabbing the jersey. He was trying to drag him from behind. He got the pass off. He rolls out and he don't hang on to it very long, does he, Bob?
Can't afford to with our defense.
So Macomb possession in the second quarter here at the 9:42 mark. Back to pass, flips it, and a catch to John Ford. Ball comes loose.
Yeah, they got it.
Looked like Macomb initially. I think that's going to be Dustin Blowers. One of the linemen fell on it. Blowers fell on it after the catch there by 4. And then the ball came loose. They recovered at about the 31-yard line. So loss of a 1 yard, and Macomb will send back Judson Thompson, and also the receiver to the opposite side, that's Gabai. They'll have 2 with a tight end on the right side. Single back, out of the gun again will be Berg. And here comes the rush, and a sack by the Little Giants. And we'll see out of the pack here.
Yeah, Petty.
That's Petty.
Yep, Nathan Petty.
Yep, that's Nathan, number 75 for the senior. Tagged him with a sack. He says, baby, that's a little emblem on my helmet. That's what that is. 8:32, second period. Back to punt again. Will be the Macomb Bombers. Gets it, it's blocked. Blocked.
Gage Miller looked like
Gage Miller. And they almost recovered it, and it's inside the 4. Good job there by the Little Giants. So a block punt, and the Little Giants will have it inside the 5. So a block punt. Garrett Petty's who they credited with, number 61. And again, for the Little Giants, I saw a couple of guys in there. It looks like Micah Barnhart had his hand in there as well. So
might have been, was there a flag?
Waiting a stoppage of play here.
After the play, personal foul against number 4 on the receiving team.
And again, a dead ball foul against the Little Giants after the play.
They called it on number 4. It's Gabe Gossett.
So Gossett penalized. So some of the young players just going to have to learn there, Bob.
You're not going to get playing time doing.
No, we have it inside the 5. Now you got it at about the 19-yard line for Little Giants offense. Up 14-0. Try to add to the lead here. 8:15. But again, special teams huge tonight. Couple of PATs, couple of punt situations there, and a timeout taken here at Ron Fahnestock Field by the Macomb Bombers. So stop the play with 8:15. And again, it'll be the Little Giants first and goal inside the 20. When Clint Wells, the Little Giants, again return with the action here. Back after this 1-minute timeout.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoon River Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Snap of the football as we return to action here, and a penalty thrown against the Little Giants. That's our hope. It's an encroachment against Macomb. Well, it looked like it was one of those kind of plays that the Little Giants, again, maybe the old line, but it's encroachment against the Macomb Bombers.
Both sides jumped.
Yeah, they did.
Flip a coin and pick one.
So from the 15-yard, from the 15 now, Little Giants try to run through the right side down about the 10 and then push back on an initial surge by the Little Giants. Clint Wells on the carry. 8 minutes coming up here before halftime. We'll visit with the two seniors, J.T. Shaw and also Nathan Lucas. Brought to you by the Pava State Bank. Will be coming up on the Just Tees and Hair Nail Salon halftime show. Good to have them part of our broadcast this year. 3 Little Giants Plaza, North Main, and Canton. 7:42 clock runs. And again, second and goal from about the 10. Magnuson needs a block. He gets it to the left side, and it goes down, but there's a penalty marker down.
You might see a hole again.
Yeah. And again, he got that initial. It's a chop block. Chop block against the Little Giants. And again, for the Little Giants, penalty. That'll put us out of a little bit of a range again. Push him back here. So illegal block below the waist against the Little Giants. So still second down. And we'll see where the football.
Oh, that's a 15-yarder.
Yep, 15-yarder. So it again.
That's already 4 penalties for 45 yards.
So it's at the 7:30 mark here of this second quarter. Little Giants with a 14-0 lead, but this drive has been stalled. Another one of those situations we, like last week, shoot ourselves in the foot a couple of different times there, Bob, and you just can't continue to do that, especially heading into conference play next week against a sound football team from Washington. So Little Giants snap of the football comes from about the 26 on a carry. Off that left side, off to the races again. Off down to the left side. And again, the Little Giants, big carry there. Drake Yerbik off the left side. You have a lot of options, man. You got to be able to read a lot of different keys against this single wing. Down about the 10-yard line. This will be third down.
Third down on a long one.
Yep. So Little Giants, usually we get the little spin move when you need short yardage. We'll see what the play is here. Single back out of the gun. Again, it'll be the carry there by Clint Wells. He bulldozes his way down to near about the 2-yard line. Got inside the 5, maybe about the 3.
I'm going to give him 8.
Yep. So it'll be first and goal. And where do they put it at? Where they got it now? Let's see.
About the 2-yard
line.
Yeah, just outside of it.
So it's a first and goal at the 2, but Little Giants offense is 6:31 remaining before halftime.
Give the big old number 40.
Got the wing, also the blocker. That's Clint Wells. He turns, and he got in.
It's a keeper.
Another 2-yard run. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Clint Wells. 2-yard run. And it comes here with 6:20 left before halftime. The Little Giants now lead it 20-0. We'll see if we go for PAT. We did that a little bit of that 2-point conversion, but it looks like Cody's going for the solid PAT opportunity with Jesse Theobald.
Stick with what's working.
2 for 2 in the night. Nope, they're going to go with the 2-point conversion. It looks like penalty marker down. They called
substitution
against off the Little Giants. False start.
Yes.
And a false start by the Little Giants. So
you should never false start on a special team play.
So we'll see what the Little Giants will end up doing. I think it's going to go with PAT back again. Out of the hold of Drake Yerbig. Jesse Theobald trying to go 3 for 3 on the night. And from a low line drive, and it's no good.
Little left.
No good on that. We just had a bad feel about that PAT, didn't you? When we first, again, racked it up there, and PAT is no good. 2-yard run by Clint Wells, and the Little Giants now out to a 20-0 lead. 6:20 before halftime to kick off Macomb and the Little Giants tonight from Memorial Stadium. Back in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Monical's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Wells, his second rushing touchdown of the night. He has 4 on the season. And again, it's brought to you by Country Financial, Ray Rickenow, Walter Brown, West Locust and Canton, 647-6180. So the scoring drive, it's 20-0 as the Little Giants here. The ball comes off the tee at about the 40. So Little Giants will do it again. Back for a return. Macomb has a man about the 12-yard line. And here comes the kickoff by Theobald. And he boots it. Good kick. Near side rolls to about the 6. On the return by Macomb and drilled. He had a couple of different guys flying in there. And again, Little Giants, and again, they had Louis Ibarra. Also, we had a couple of guys there on the initial. Jake Smith, though.
Yeah, he was the first one to make contact.
And you see that Ibarra fly through the air there. Made the stop. And again, no return by, well, I guess it was about 2 or 3 yards, and then he was nailed. And Jacob Berg and the Macomb Bombers have the football at the 6:15 mark of this second quarter. Senior night, the senior interviews will be coming up, brought to you by the Apeva State Bank. J.T. Shaw, Nathan Lucas. We had a chance to sit down and random questions with them. Nice little run to this near side, but stopped on the carry there to the near side. I think that is Protzman. Yep. On the carry there. Good stop there by the Little Giants. Makes a stop there by Evan Otto. Comes from the secondary to make that stop. And again, it's just shy of about the 14-yard line with under 6 minutes. So again, from the Macomb Bombers, substitution. They will bring in Thompson. Off the field, Ben Gentry. Having not a lot of opportunities. Again, with the run, 2x2s. Snap of the football, Bird, quick pass, and almost picked off. Almost picked off on the opposite side of the field.
22, Leon.
Yep, that's again Ibarra, Louis Ibarra, senior.
Pick 6.
They did, almost. Ball in and out, and it goes incomplete by Berg with 5:30. He had a field there, man. He had almost a pick 6 on the opposite side. That would have been about a 11-yard run for an interception. But it goes incomplete. Here comes Macomb. They run trips to the wide side of the field. Single receiver to the near side with 5:30. 3rd and 10 from the Bombers' territory. Berg rolls out, and he runs now. You haven't seen him run a lot. Across the 20, about the 21. And he got stopped there defensively. Gage Miller out in front of that convoy. Little Giants defensively from his linebacker position to make the stop. Little Giants led it 7-0. They scored twice in this second period. Clint Wells has had a couple of rushing touchdowns, and Drake Yerbick, a 12-yard run. Macomb will be back to punt, and they do. Bounces, and it's a thud. It just stops, and it's going to roll dead at about the 47. So Macomb with a 3-and-out punt. Bobby, take a look at what they've been able to do. In the action, they had a block punt previously to that. 1, 2, 3, 4 times tonight, 3-and-out punt against this Little Giant defense.
Yeah, they've been unable to generate an offensive surge of any kind so far.
See what Little Giants, and again, great field position here now. Inside the Macomb 48-yard line. So Little Giants, and again, with a lead of 20-0, with 4:50 remaining. Like to add on a score here. Take care of the football. Little Giants have had a fumble. We've had one interception. That was by Macomb. Snap of the football, low snap. Back to pass. Clint scans the field. Plenty of time. Out here, he's got a man open. He's grabbed. Jake Smith with a touchdown.
48 yards.
48 on a strike. Jake Smith got out there, and a strike thrown by Clint Wells to the sophomore Jake Smith. 48 yards on the pass play. Nice job there, and give a lot of credit to those dudes up front, the offensive line. They pass protected brilliantly that time. 40-yard pass, Clint Wells. And Jake Smith, the sophomore, gets a varsity touchdown in 2017.
That was a pretty pass.
There was. 26-zip, 2-point conversion, snap of the football, and we got a penalty marker in the back of the end zone. So 48-yard connection. And again, against the defense, substitution. So 4:40 before halftime. Again, the Little Giants 26-0. Timeout taken by the offense coach, Cody Myers. We'll get to the break here. Little Giants trying to add to their lead of 26-0. The PAT is coming up when we continue in 1 minute.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Back here with 4:40 remaining before halftime. Macomb back onto the field. Little Giants set in 2-point formation. We'll see if they will stay with that. And here we go. We got at the inside blocker, that's Jake Smith. Single back, Magnuson. Clint Wells powers his way and dances right in the middle for a 2-point conversion.
Untouched.
2-point conversion by Wells. Good job. That was a great play there. 48-yard pass. Went to Jake Smith with Clint Wells, and then the QB has a 2-point conversion. Little Giants add to their lead. It's 28-0, and we still have 4:40 remaining in this first half of football. Week 2 kickoff back to Canton in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off.
Brought to you by Country Financial Agents Ray Ricketall, Walter Brown, 647-6180. 2-point conversion. That followed the 48-yard pass play. What a beautiful one. Clint Wells hit Jake Smith. 2-point conversion. The Little Giants lead it 28-0. And we still have 4:40 remaining in this second period. A couple of updates. Halftime. Stark County 6, Lewistown nothing. Halftime, Rushville Industry Trails. Farmington leads 22-8. North Fulton Havana tied at half, 14-14. And a kick.
Oh, look at that.
And it stayed in bounds at about the 12. What a beautiful kick by Theobald.
That's how you do it.
And again, Macomb ended up picking it up. It stayed in bounds, and he tried to return it.
They had to. It was a live ball.
So I ended up getting him about to the 16 and about a 3 or 4 yard return as the Macomb Bombers will have the possession from their own 16-yard line. So Little Giants defense has been very stingy tonight. Not giving up any big-time plays. Let's see what Berg trips to the far side of the field. This will test the secondary Little Giants. First and 10 for the 16, low snap. Again, Berg runs out of the pocket. No, that's not Berg, is it? That's Ogle. That was a free snap to Ogle, and that was a low bounce. It hit the turf and then bounced.
There's a flag too, Leon.
And then Ogle tried to make something happen out of it. And let's see what the marker is down.
It's against us.
Against the Little Giants.
Face mask.
So face mask moves it up to about the 19-yard line.
There's a 5-yard face mask.
So again, Bob, we had them negative yards. Then we give them the yards back with a penalty.
That's 5 penalties for 50 yards in the first half.
4:24, Little Giants D digs in. Now they'll have a substitute. Came in for the Bombers. Opposite side of the field. We'll see who it is. I think it's Creel McKee. I think that's who came in. Yep, it's the man to this near side. At the boundary to the near side. 4-minute mark before halftime. That is Ogle. He runs, throws it, and it goes incomplete. They got John Ogle, and there's the late penalty. It looked like that Micah Barnhart down there. I don't know if that's going to be assessed against him or what the penalty was, but the Ogle run out of the pocket, got the pass off. It goes incomplete, then the penalty marker went down.
He's roughing the passer.
And we'll see.
Well, they're actually facing towards Macomb, it looks like.
I know.
And you never know what you're going to get out of these guys.
And I think he said it, he shoved him to the turf or something. You know, I see that gesture by the... Yeah, nope, it's going to be against Macomb.
It's unsportsmanlike.
Yep, it's unsportsmanlike.
It's a 15-yarder.
So it probably could have been against number 11 then, Bob. Nope.
They call it chop block.
Yep. They go chop block against the Macomb Bombers.
On Ben Gentry, number 44.
Yep. Got 44, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll back it up deep into Macomb territory. So we're not in the one of those. It's good not to be the one of the short end of those kind of penalties. 3:58 here. Little Giants up 28-0. Again, Macomb back deep in their own territory. 2nd and 20 from about the 5. Runs for his life. Ogle. And he's still a couple of different then tackled at about the 11-yard line. Little Giants now with a stop out there. You have Micah Barnhart. Also Gage Miller with the key stop there. And you can see Ogle, he was running for his life. He was looking for somebody down the field. He really didn't want to run. He wanted to throw the football. Little Giants dialing up some pressure. 3:25 in the second quarter. Don't know the extent Berg had not returned yet, Bobby. They've really on the Ogle as the QB in this formation now. Receiver this near side, it is Protzman. He's usually their main target. Or Thompson, the inside man. 2-by-2 out of the gun. High snap. Ogle turns. Here comes the pressure. He runs out of it, and he's decked. He goes down at about the 5. So Little Giants pursuit to the football. They've upped the pressure here. So loss of 6 on that play. And again, Little Giants dialing it up defensively tonight here, Bob. Everything has been working. Good job. You got the pressure on the situation here. 2:34 before halftime. And they're going to punt. So 3 and out.
It's one thing they've done well so far tonight is punting.
That they have. They've had
haven't done much else.
5 times, and then they had one blocked on a catch off the opposite side and slip. That is Little Giants' Drake Yerbick. He had a run inside the 30, and then he slipped and went down at about the 27. Coming up, it's the halftime show. Throughout the year, it's brought to you by Just Teasing Hair and Nail Salon at 647-4711. Schedule your appointment with the Hair and Nail Professionals at Just Teasing, 3 Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. Stay tuned for halftime. Also, our Pavement State Bank senior interviews, J.T. Shaw and Nathan Lucas here at halftime. Little Giants now from the Macomb.
Let's get 6 more before halftime.
About the 27-yard line. Inside and trying to turn the corner here to the 30. Turns and spins. And again, that is Maggs.
Yeah, right? That's about 10 yards of running for 2 yards.
Well, he looked like he was running concrete there for a little bit there, Bob. You see him really have a tough time turning to the hash mark to this near side. I don't know if he got anything out of that, Bob.
Get him 1.
Got him 1?
Yep.
So, 2nd down and 9. 1 yard in the carry there. Little Giants, so again.
Let's get a nice chunk on this play.
You got Yerbick as the wing. The blocker, Jake Smith. And you got the receiver, the near side here for the Little Giants. Again,
halfback option.
Halfback option and a catch. After it's going to be a touchdown to Nathan Lucas.
There's also going to be a flag against Macomb for a late hit.
That's Drake Yerbick. Halfback option. Yerbick. Of course, if you remember, as a freshman, he was the starting quarterback as a freshman.
And another, they threw his hat, too. That could be an ejection, Leon.
So it went to Nathan Lucas.
So that's a 28-yard pass play for a touchdown.
Little gadget play. We've seen that where, Drake will run out of the pocket to the left and throw the pass. That was a little different look there. Halfback and a Drake Yerbick. Nathan Lucas TD. How many yards there, Bobby?
28.
So 28 yards.
I'm real curious to see what happens on this one.
Yeah. So Little Giants, and again.
Defense number 61. Sportsmanlike conduct. White 61.
Yep.
Ooh, that should get him ejected.
So it is. Usually it is.
Usually when they throw the hat,
that
means you got to take a seat.
So Little Giants will add to their lead, which is 34-0. And they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. This is where they run the polecat. And you have Poston, number 11, as the snapper. Down they'll again shift to the formation. And it's going to be a PAT. Out of the hole to Drake Yerbick. Jesse Theobald for the PAT. And try to add to the lead. PAT, and it drills it to the uprights. Little Giants add it. And it's 35-0 as we near halftime. PAT tonight, 2 out of 3 for Jesse Theobald. Little Giants with 1:29 before half. Canton 35, Macomb nothing. The back of the kickoff from Ron Fahnestock Field in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Monical's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Again, it was a halfback option. Drake Yerbick to Nathan Lucas. 28-yard pass. PAT was added. Your scoring drive recap is brought to you by Country Financial, Ray Rickenall and Walter Brown, 647-6180. Normally, that play does not run out of the pocket. I mean, that usually he'll run out of the pocket. He'll run it off to the left. We see that play a couple times last year. Had some potential this time from the pocket, and he just flipped it out there. He was a former quarterback back in his freshman days, and he showed a nice little spiral out there. And Nathan Lucas, money man tonight, caught the TD. Little Giants at the PAT. It's leading 35-0. Little Giants still ready to break huddle here with 1:29. And Little Giants will kick off. Right now you see a lot of confidence with this Little Giant team, especially defensively, and they're starting to put a few things offensively together as well. You get 35 points in the night, and you're pitching a shutout.
Yeah, they're going to assess both penalties and the kickoffs. You're going to talk about a short kick.
Wow. Yeah, so Little Giants will kick off from Macomb territory.
And you think we usually kick from our own 35.
Yeah.
Now we're going to kick from their 30.
What about an onside here, Bobby?
That's a perfect time for it.
Do you think that would be? You think it'd be a magic type of a play here?
Absolutely.
You know what?
Either way, they're going to get pinned back in their own end.
Yep. You could hope for a big bounce here. This will be a huge swing here with a minute 29, up 35-0. Kicking from Macomb's 30 after the penalties were assessed. Onside, I don't think it went 10 yards.
Don't matter, we're offside.
Yeah, I mean, we were off on the. Yep, that's the indication by the far official out there. It's a good opportunity. I think it's still. Yep. Gabe Gossett offside on the special teams.
Gabe is not having a game to remember.
And that's, you're getting playing opportunities. This is not the, mark you want to set, is it? When you get your opportunities, when you have Dylan Walton, who's not on the field tonight, it's the chance to really make or break a lot of playing time the rest of this as you get into the conference season. Now they'll kick it off from the 35. Theobald does the onside, and it's recovered. Can't touch it.
Gotta get the ball.
And again, Macomb got it, though. Macomb got it at about the 24.
The thing about it is we had somebody there who got the ball, and they just watched it.
I know. You want to fall on it, and he had a good angle to that. That was a great onside kick by Theobald. We just could not recover it. Man, it will be Macomb football at about the 24-yard line.
Man.
So a minute 29 before halftime. Little Chance had a golden opportunity, man, to strike again. They just couldn't recover. Now Little Giants get Macomb does. Cole Hagan, O-line. And again, John Ogle as the QB. Now you got the Berg back in there now. So Berg, they're changed the pace here. Looked like Ogle maybe more of a running style, and you got Berg back in. So a minute 17.
That's Gentry with the carry. I think he got one.
So running back. Again, first-year head coach Tony Weston won last week against Lincoln, 7-6. They're having a tough time finding conference. They're a very tough schedule that they have. So with a minute mark here before halftime, beautiful night. This is kind of the typical kind of evening we would experience maybe week 5 or 6. Cool as temperatures will drop already into the 50s, overnight into the 40s. Read and a run.
I think that was Gentry again,
yep,
Leon.
about the 25 on the carry there.
They're just trying some belly plays just to get some yardage.
Up front, defensively, Little Giants, you get Micah Barnhart on the opposite end. And let's see, you got out there Justin Yerbick. Defensively, he's the right end. Also, Ian Pierce getting a little opportunity to play on that D line. And I can't get the other, is that 60? Trying to see. Aaron Evans, 60.
It is.
D line for the Little Giants. Now with 12 seconds.
They're going to halftime, Leon.
Vic working on a lot of scores. We'll have those for you at halftime. We'll recap the first half. Little Giants with a lead of 35-0. And week 2, we're halfway through. Little Giants in command of this one, a non-conference game. Up next at the halftime show. Stick around. We'll recap the scoring of the first half. We'll get all that for you. Also a visit with the 2 seniors tonight, J.T. Shaw and Nathan Lucas. Brought to you by the Pava State Bank. All for you coming up here. Little Giants led it 7-0, but a big second quarter breaks this one open. Little Giants with a 35-0 lead. We head to halftime, and it's brought to you by Just Teasin Hair and Nail Salon. You can call 647-4711 to schedule your appointment with the hair and nail professionals at Just Teasin, 3 Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. More coming up as we continue. Little Giants with a 35-0 lead. 2-minute timeout. Back with more Little Giant halftime show.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton, and Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver the Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
I'm Jason. I'm 32, and my risk for stroke is increased by 5 times because of an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Because of my young age, I'm not a typical AFib patient.
And I'm Pat. I'm 62, and I'm a 2-time stroke survivor with AFib, which is most common in older people.
Together, we are faces of AFib and stroke.
Telling our stories might help save a life.
Take action today by talking with a healthcare professional about your risk, and visit stroke.org to learn more.
Up next, more on the Little Giant Halftime Show. It's brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon on North Main in Canton. We'll recap the scoring. Also still to come, our senior interviews brought to you by the Peva State Bank. Still stick with us for that. All coming up right here on WBYS AM 1560, 93.7 FM. Halftime here, and Little Giants got out of the gate in scoring. Single touchdown in the first, and then they add, of course, the 4 touchdowns in the second period. Scoring in the first quarter was an 8-play drive, covered 88 yards, 2:56 the time. A 2-yard run by Clint Wells. PAT was good by Theobald, and it's a Little Giant lead 7-0. Both teams exchanged a couple of different punts. There was interception by Evan Otto. We had, again, 4th down incomplete. They took over, and again, they ended up punting. Little Giants fumbled. That was Ethan Magnuson, turned the ball over, and that's the way the quarter would come to a close, 7-0. First opportunity to score Little Giants in that second quarter, 12-yard run by Drake Yerbick. PAT was added. They led it 14-0. That was a 5-play drive. Also, Macomb had the block punt there by Garrett Petty, and then Little Giants would have had a 2-yard run after a couple of different penalties. A 2-yard run by Clint Wells, no good on the conversion, and that was a 4-play drive, and the Little Giants led it by a score of 20-0. Next score comes on a 48-yard pass play, a beauty from Clint Wells to Jake Smith, the sophomore. 2-point conversion by Clint as well. Little Giants led it 28-0. Macomb went 3 and out and a punt. We took over deep in their territory, and a halfback option, Drake Yerbick to Nathan Lucas, a 28-yard pass. PAT was added, and that's where we are here at halftime with a lead of 35-0. That is halftime, brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon. And again, it's located at 3 Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. We will take a 1-minute timeout. We get a 1-minute timeout, and then we'll get to our Peva State Bank halftime interviews. All that for you coming up in 60 seconds. Little Giants in front, 35-0. Back with more halftime.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
I'm Jason. I'm 32, and my risk for stroke is increased by 5 times because of an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Because of my young age, I'm not a typical AFib patient.
And I'm Pat. I'm 62, and I'm a 2-time stroke survivor with AFib, which is most common in older people.
Together, we are faces of AFib and stroke.
Telling our stories might help save a life.
Take action today by talking with a healthcare professional about your risk, and visit stroke.org to learn more.
Tonight's senior player interviews on WBYS are brought to you by the Ipava State Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902. Ipava State Bank, equal housing lender, and member FDIC. Guests today, JT Shaw and Nathan Lucas. And first of all, let's introduce our players and let's mention your parents' names.
James Shaw, parents, Shelly Shaw and James Shaw.
All right. What about you, Nathan?
Nathan Lucas, Sean Lucas, and Holly Lucas.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about, do you guys start? Both of you guys play a lot of JFL early and type of thing there, JT?
No, I played my 8th grade year, and that was the only true experience I had of football coming into high school ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Nathan, what about you?
I did not play JFL.
Yeah.
I actually just played my sophomore year and then up.
Is that right? How has that transition gone? I mean, did you lose a little bit by not playing a little bit of a JFL, or do you think you kind of picked it up maybe once you get to your freshman year there?
I say I probably picked it up fairly quick compared to some other kids that play and not playing JFL. I think it helped me quite a bit.
Absolutely. With your brother Cameron ahead of you in school there, did that have an impact on you getting to come out as a player, or what was the decision for you to come out as play?
That just made me try harder.
Yeah.
Having him as a role model, just being there.
Absolutely. Let's talk about, I know, JT, you're going through a tough time now, not being able to play with the injury and everything, and that injury happened during baseball time?
Yeah, yes, that's correct.
Let's talk about a little bit about the recovery on maybe when you might get medically cleared for that.
I'm looking towards next week for Washington. That's my goal.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about the biggest improvement for you, Nathan. You've been playing, when you play in the secondary, was you a sophomore, right? When you first played there, what was that kind of experience coming on the varsity as a sophomore? It doesn't rarely happen very often. What was that experience like?
It was crazy. All I played was kick return when I was a sophomore, but it was still a great experience to play for varsity.
Absolutely. Now, you play multiple positions. You play both sides. You play a little tight end, and you play secondary. What's kind of the biggest improvement in either one of those areas?
I've been getting faster and just trying hard.
Trying to just keep working at it? Yeah. Well, let's talk about a favorite moment as a varsity player. Maybe a victory or something that stands out as a member of this team here at JT.
I'd have to say Metamora for multiple reasons. We're the first team to beat them in quite some time. Yeah. And it was just a crazy game, double overtime with Jace running that touchdown in. Just thrill.
Yeah. You still to see the people what we're doing for the broadcast, and we're up at the booth, and all the Metamora folks are just stunned, But they had a lot to say complimentary about our Little Giant football team. That's one of the things I think we gained a lot of respect during that time. And I know Nathan's got his special moment back to the playoff days last year, right?
Yeah, when I made the last tackle against Breeze Mater Day.
Absolutely. Well, when you look at moments like that, are you looking at what the official's going to call? There was a gasp of a moment and those type of things. What's going through your mind, and do you watch that on video a lot?
I watched it on video a lot.
A lot?
After it happened, I just looked up at the ref just to see what he's going to call.
Absolutely. Well, let's move on. We're talking with JT Shaw and also Nathan Lucas. Let's talk about maybe a superstition, something maybe you eat before the game, or something you dress, something a little bit differently, or just kind of a normal type of routine.
I always listen to music before games. Yeah. Just gets me in the mood.
Eases you a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you, Nathan?
I just listen to rap music.
Do you?
Yeah.
Anything particular? What's your favorite stuff that you listen to?
I just listen to Future.
Future? Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the favorite sports movie. Both of you guys are really sports-minded. So what's your favorite sports movie?
Remember the Titans would be my favorite.
Absolutely. What about you, Nathan?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah. I would agree with that. What about favorite food? What's well, we've had all kinds. We've had pasta, steaks, and everything. What's kind of your favorite food?
Lobster. Lobster's my favorite by far.
Absolutely. What about you, Nathan?
I love some lasagna.
Lasagna? Attaboy. What else we talk about? Let's talk about the biggest impact in your life. Could be parents, coach, who might have the biggest impact in your life.
I have to say my dad, everything that happens, he always keeps pushing me to be better. Yeah, it's criticism, but it's constructive. He just wants me to be the best I can be.
Absolutely. Nathan, what about you? Biggest impact?
I'm going to have to say my dad, too, because he just pushed me to do better, just always there for me.
And I think sometimes we don't take criticism and like we should, right? I mean, because you got to pay attention a little bit of detail to that, because there's something within that message that's going to help you, right? So I know there's some tough times just saying, "Oh, you're full of crap," those type of things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those times.
Let's talk about expectations as a senior this year. What coming to the playoffs, being one of the Final Four teams in 4A a year ago, what's the expectations for you for this team?
I believe there's nothing less. Get back to the semis and hopefully win that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Nathan, what about you?
Win it all.
Just get to back. Be the first time in school history and all that.
First time in school history.
That's what you got to be able to do. Well, let's talk about after graduation. What's your future plans? What area you want to go into? JT?
I want to be an engineer, and I want to go off to college for that.
All right. Nathan, what about you? You decided yet?
I have not decided yet.
And sometimes you have to wait for the end of the school year and kind of look for your possibilities and things. Somebody
maybe
might look
law
at
enforcement.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, law enforcement.
Absolutely, guys. Great job. That is our senior player interviews are brought to you by the Ipava State Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902. Ipava State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. JT Shaw, Nathan Lucas on our halftime show back here on WBYS.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerville Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerville Home Health, Quality Disposal and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A, and M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
An update of scoring will be brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon. Call 647-4711 to schedule an appointment with the hair and nail professionals at Just Tees and 3 Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. We'll get to that here during the halftime show. Update on some scores here. Again, it's third quarter now. Stark County shutting out Lewistown 12-0. Third quarter, Farmington 22, Rushville Industry 8. Also in the third, North Fulton 16-14. Tough battle at Havana tonight. That's in the third. Also, Mid-County leads Knoxville 20-8. Princeville 30 in the third quarter. Princeville 49. Peoria Heights nothing. Abington Avon 53. Ridgewood 6 tonight in the third. A tight game, Anawan Weathersfield 22. Elmwood Brimfield 16 in the third. Halftime, Sterling shutting out Pekin 49-0. In the third, Washington in a struggle tonight. They lead 10-7 against Morris. Also an update, Dunlap 21, Marion 14 in the third. LaSalle Peru 14, Limestone 12. Also in the third, Jerseyville 27, Metamora 24. And in the third, Morton leads Centralia. That's a 28-28 tie. So that gets you caught up on the latest in scores, brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon on North Main in Canton. Let's take a look at some of the updates in our scoring. And again, some of the stats tonight with Bob Wagner, brought to you by White Oaks in Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburgers and 75-cent fries, 4 till 7. White Oaks at 46 White Court in Canton. Bobby has a look at the first half stats.
All right, Leon. Let's start with the Macomb Bombers rushing. Jacob Berg had 3 carries for a -8 yards. Ben Gentry, 4 carries for 3 yards. John Ogle, 3 carries, 6 yards. Kyle Protzman had 5 carries for 5 yards. Rushing totals, 15 carries for 6 yards, no touchdowns. Passing for Macomb, Jacob Berg was 4 out of 9, throwing 1 interception for 23 yards and no touchdowns. Receiving, John Ogle caught 1 pass for 13 yards. Judd Thompson, he caught 2 for 11. And John Fuhrer caught 1 for -1. Receiving totals, 4 catches for 23 yards and no touchdowns. Total offense in the first half for the Bombers, 6 yards rushing, 23 yards passing for a total of 29 yards. Time of possession, 13 minutes, 50 seconds. For the Canton Little Giants, rushing, Drake Yerbick, 5 carries, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Clint Wells, 10 carries, 40 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ethan Magnuson, 6 carries, 57 yards, and no touchdowns. Rushing totals, 21 carries for 181 yards, 3 touchdowns. Passing for the Little Giants, Clint Wells was 2 out of 4, no interceptions, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. And Drake Yerbick, 1 for 1, none intercepted for a total of 28 yards and 1 touchdown. Passing totals, 3 out of 5, no interceptions, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Nathan Lucas, 2 catches, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Jake Smith, 1 catch, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving totals, 3 catches for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Total offense, rushing 181 yards, passing 122, a total of 303 yards. Time of possession, only 10 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right, great balance for the Little Giants tonight, throwing and rushing the football tonight. Those are your in-game stats brought to you throughout the year by White Oaks in Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburgers, 75-cent fries, 4 till 7 at White Oaks, 46 White Court in Canton. That's the halftime show brought to you by the good folks at Teason Hair and Nail Salon. And again, it's 647-4711 for your appointment. It is the Hair and Nail Professionals at Just Teason, Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. Back with the second half in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off.
Ready for second half football. Little Giants, and again, will receive. Again, Macomb will kick it off. Little Giants up 35-0. And we do, if you're listening or non-listening or whatever, we are experiencing some streaming problems tonight. We understand there is an issue with some Android phones or those type of things. We are experiencing streaming at our part of it, so we do apologize for that. And if you get a computer, I think it'll be working all right. This seems to be the app for iPhones, or at least the iPhones are working, but Androids are not. So hopefully that we'll have the coverage here. And if you can, it's on WBYS AM 1560, 93.7 FM. We're ready for second half football. Bob Wagner, Leon Groover, Vic alongside. Ready for second half football. Little Giants up in this one, 35-0. And Macomb finally on the opposite end and ready to go here. And again to the action here. Little Giants, again, sophomores won tonight big, 50-0. And again, and Little Giants here, we're working from the west to the east. That's where Macomb will kick off. Little Giants will return. Opposite side of the field here. And we have Drake Yerbick, and who do we got to the near side here? I think it is, could be, can't really see the number there. I think it's Caleb Miller, maybe.
It might be.
I cannot see. He's like at the 14-yard line. No, it is Blake Poston. So Blake Poston, I seen one of the numbers there, partial of that. And so Yerbick and Poston back about the 15. on the kickoff by the Macomb Bombers. And a pop-up, and it goes, bounces, and rolls at about the 20, and a handoff. It comes to this near side. Drake Yerbick finds his way, and he gets a little bit of open territory to the 40, to the 45, midfield, still being chased. He runs into Macomb territory. Again, he'll run down the sideline to the 10, to 5. But Bob's pointing at me saying it is for naught. It's coming back.
I'm going to tell you why. It's an illegal block in the back by Gabe Gossett.
All right.
Guaranteed.
And again, it's going to be coming back here. That's the indication by our broadcast partner here, Bob Wagner.
There you go.
It is. You are correct. I trust your judgment. We've done a number of games over 18 years, and that it doesn't take long to see that, and it's unfortunate.
And Gabe is having a game to forget.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the first half, and that player right there has not gotten any better.
You know, and it gets to a point, again, you can't be lazy. You know what I mean? When you do fundamental things like that, when you're out of position and you're not hustling, you know, and you get caught on those type of things.
And
you do things to a fundamental, you don't get caught for those.
And he was already passed, so there's no reason he didn't make that play.
No.
And this is ridiculous.
So, again, the Little Giants negate, and they take away the touchdown return. And, again,
ends up being a 10-yard penalty.
Yep, so a big 10-yard penalty. So, Little Giants, and we'll have it. And let's take a look here about the 17.5-yard line. So, Little Giants dig in. They're leading 35-0. Would have been pretty sweet to get that 6 points on the big TD there. So Little Giants it again. Will go Clint Wells, single back. Magnuson. Motion. That is Clint Wells running out of that caravan off the left side. He tries to turn the corner, and he does at about the 31. He goes out of bounds. They'll pick him up.
Let's give him 12.
And a big run there by Clint Wells to begin this second half of football. Good to have you along tonight, 35-0 in favor of the Little Giants. Again, here in the action from Memorial Stadium on Fahnestock Field. You can feel it. Things are cooling off here tonight. Either that or they still have the air conditioning on with their windows open here. So that's either way. Hand off, it goes to Magnus, and he powers his way. 45, he's got one man to beat, and goodbye. Magnuson, bet there's another penalty marker down. But that may also come back. Magnuson, but it's a touchdown. We'll see if they call that one back. It's a hold against the Little Giants again. So that's almost 3 scores in this game, Bob, that are going to be called because of penalties and holding against the Little Giants. I didn't hear the number who was against, but it is against the Little Giants. Take away the big run there by Ethan Magnuson. We had some great blocking, but again, up front, a call for the holding call, so you take that one back again. That's 2 back-to-back potential scores. Wipe off the scoreboard here. So a minute gone by. And the Little Giants now faced, again, first and long. So again, they'll work it from about the 26, 27-yard line. Opposite side of the field, Little Giants offense. Clint Wells at the QB position. Back to pass, they fake it, flips it out. Here he's got a man open and a grab at the 50 that goes incomplete into the hands of Caleb Miller.
You can't fault Caleb for that one,
And he had to go high for the grab at about the 50-yard marker. And again, as he was coming down, the ball popped out and it goes incomplete. But a valiant effort there by the young junior, Caleb Miller, on the incomplete pass. So second down for Little Giants offensively. Seems like we've been back in this first and second down category for quite a while with the penalties taking away a couple of scores. So in the third quarter here, Little Giants with the lead of 35-0. Good to have you along tonight. Next week we open up the 36th year of the Mid-Atlantic Conference. Washington Panthers come to town. And they'll run it to this near side. That's Magnuson out front. Quick And again to midfield at 50. Any penalty markers at the 30. And a sideline, and goodbye, Mags. Touchdown for the Little Giants senior. No penalty markers and a touchdown, this time by Magnuson. Well, there's eventuality. You took one away, and Magnuson with the big run.
72 yards, Leon.
72 on the run by the senior Ethan Magnuson. He gets his second rushing touchdown. And again, it comes here with the 10:45 mark of the third quarter. So it took us a little bit. Kind of two fails with a couple of holding calls and a couple of things there. But Ethan Magnuson, a big run, 72 yards. And the Little Giants now with a lead of 41-0. Will try for a 2-point conversion. So 41-0. Inside dives and a 2-point conversion. I believe it was Mags.
You're correct.
Magnuson, 2-point conversion by Ethan Magnuson. And the Little Giants now out to a 43-0 lead, which means a continuous clock. One team gets 40-point advantage over their opponent in the second half. Games stop only at the end of the quarters. Timeouts, injuries, any type of scoring and safety purposes. The clock will run even if difference dips under that 40 points. So a big turn in this second half. Once we get the play going here in this third quarter, it will be continuous clock here with the Little Giants out in front 43-0. But again, run there by Ethan Magnuson, 72-yard run at the 10:45 mark, and a 2-point conversion by Ethan Magnuson, so it's 43-0 now, Bobby.
Yeah, here's the thing. That was an 82-yard drive, but you look at the plays that got called back due to penalties. I think we actually ran the ball for about 240 yards altogether. You know, it's mistakes like that that can cost you in the long run.
Yeah.
We have to learn as a group, totally, you can't afford to make those mistakes in any game, let alone a non-conference one.
You know, you look at this, and fortunately, we're playing a team with the caliber of Macomb, because you can able to overcome a couple of those, and you're able to do that, and you're able to get the touchdown eventually there on a big run there by Magnuson. But you feel bad for Drake Yerbick. He had a nice run there. Of course, Mags had
to run twice
for those. So it's 43-0. Again, once the kickoff here, it comes to this short side of the field, and it goes out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. And a penalty marker down to see if the Macomb Bombers.
So he kicked it out of bounds.
Yep. So again, the clock.
And that is 9 penalties and 80 yards.
I know he'll want to run the clock here. It should be live here. So the clock runs here. And again, with that continuous clock, with the score 43-0 in the second half of football, Macomb. And we'll see who do they have as the QB. We'll see here as we get to the action here, leading 43-0. Big run, though, by Ethan Magnuson. That was a thing of beauty. 72-yard run, 2-point conversion. And let's see who do they go as the QB here.
Number 42.
Yeah. And McKenna Gabai. Gabai hands off to Gentry, and they dive, get to about the 34-yard line.
A loss of 1.
Yep. So loss of 1. Good pursuit there by the Little Giants defensively. You got Nathan Petty. Really played his tough game tonight, Nathan has. Up front there also defensively got Aaron Evans. And Micah Barnhart up front there defensively. See to the opposite side there, as we mentioned. And let's see, trying to get the other number over there. We'll try to get that as we go along here in the call at 9:35. Again, out of the snap of the football. And it goes to, again, Gentry, and going nowhere. Quick read and the handoff. And again, it went from Gabai, going nowhere. Again, a negative yard, -1. Substitution. Little Giants' Brody Scarcliffe, a junior, will check in. Get a little bit of break there for Gage Miller. And also coming on the field, Braden Henry, a junior. So we're starting to trickle in some of the underclass kids here. Also coming in here, we have Tyler Snyder.
Some valuable playing time.
Yep. Senior, number 86, will come in. And who else we got? Just coming on, Dalton Stansel, a junior. That name sounds familiar. Cade was an outstanding player last year. Inside handoff, the pursuit. Good job by the Little Giants, swarming. Gentry again.
He got one.
And again, a positive yard that time. And a key stop out there defensively by the Little Giants. Good job.
That's how your night's going.
Yep.
One of your big horses behind the line of scrimmage, Ben Gentry, 7 carries for only 3 yards.
So again, at the 8:22 with continuous clock. Into our third quarter, Little Giants up 43-0. I believe we got Gossett and Yerbick.
You do.
Back to return. High punt here. And Little Giants now will let it roll. Now they get it to about the 44-yard line. They touch it. That's what Little Giants will take over. Big run by Ethan Magnuson has extended Little Giant lead 43-0. And, of course, the continuous clock on the exchange of this possession. Again, anytime one team gets that 40-point advantage, and it will never, again, differ if that dips under that 40 points. We continue here in this third quarter. Next week, we're home again against Washington. Panthers struggling tonight. I don't know what an update's got anything new there, Vic, on the Washington game. It was still 10-7 in the third. It's against the Morse Redskins. 7:20, snap of the football, back to pass. Floats it out, or he's got to get a man open. That's Nathan Lucas to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown. And again, it comes from 55 yards. 55 yards. Big pass. There goes Clint Wells. Hooks up with Nathan Lucas. Nathan Lucas has got a couple of scores tonight.
Now you just talked about Morris and Washington. Morris just returned the kickoff for a touchdown in the second half. They're up 14-10.
All right. So 7:09 on the clock here. And it will come here. Take a look back at my notes here. Trying to see what else we got here. Nathan Lucas's second touchdown, to one from Drake Yerbick, and this time from Clint Wells. That was a beautiful looking pass play there by Clint. Plenty of time, the offensive line, to give him buku opportunity. Out of the PAT, and it's blocked. So blocked, no good. No good on the PAT. So Little Giants add 6, and they lead it 49-0 at the 7:09 of the third. Back here in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Back here again, 55-yard pass play. Clint Wells to Nathan Lucas, his second grab of the night. And it's no good on the PAT. Little Giants up 49-0. Your scoring drive is brought to you by Ray Rickenall and Walter Brown, Country Financial Agents, West Locust and Canton, 647-6180. We'll kick it off here. Little Giants, the ball from the 40-yard line. Again, Little Giants are in good position now. I know they want to keep their shutout intact. It went off the fingertips, and it goes the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. So great kick there by Theobald. It knuckleball to the young man who was going to try to return it. And again, don't have it from the 20-yard line. So Macomb, who's been stymied tonight against this tough Little Giant defense tonight. That's one thing you can't overlook in this game here, Bob. Again, they forced them on numerous times. They've never had great field position.
And I was just getting ready to say that because it's been a big asset of the game. If you look at it, like in the second quarter, every time Canton had the football, they were in Macomb's territory. The best thing Macomb has done so far tonight is their own 35-yard line. Big difference.
6:25, clock resumes. And it'll be nonstop in this third quarter. They got a receiver to the near side here. That'll be Protzman. And the snap of the football coming up, rolling out. And it is Gabai. Gabai number 42 as the QB. So they've exchanged. They had 11 Ogle, starting quarterback Berg, who went out. And this is a program in transition, without a doubt. And trying to find something that's going to be working. Got to believe in the system. Got a first-year head coach. Low on numbers. We saw that with Kelly Sears. He kept telling us last few years that their numbers had continued to dwindle. 5:40 left here. Little Giants up 49-0. Snap of the football. Quick flip on the pass. It goes incomplete. And it was intended for Protzman. It's just been that kind of night for Macomb. Incomplete. Stick around. We have our post game. Still got another quarter to go, but our post game is brought to you by Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. Perfect spot for the post game stop at 135 North 5th in Canton. Illinois opens up tomorrow against Ball State. That will follow Coaches Roundtable. We're on the air at 9:05. Illinois pregame at 10. Kickoff at 11. 30 freshmen on the roster for the Illini. Kendrick Foster and company. Got a new QB. Lovey's in a couple of seasons now. See how things will shake out the beginning of this year. And a run here by Gentry to this near sideline, and he goes out of bounds. Tumbles there.
That was the first time he's been able to turn the corner.
Yep. So again, a run there by Gentry. He's a senior, 6 foot. Clock continues here at 4:32 of the third period. Little Giants led it at 35-0. And again, had a couple of touchdown negated, taken away, some penalties. And ended up hooking up on a 55-yard pass play. Clint Wells to Nathan Lucas. Opens up our 49-0 lead with a continuous clock here. 4:10. Punt opportunity for Macomb. High booming punt here by the Bombers. Bounces. One of the linemen didn't see it. He'll pick it up on the hop there at about the 44-yard line. So another 3 and out and a punt by Macomb. And Canton will have the possession, their second of this half. And it comes here in this third quarter stretch with 3:44.
And once again, they're in Macomb territory.
Got Jake Smith. May see Clint Wells. I'll see if he's going to get a break here or not. We'll wait to see. You got Jake Smith, who has the opportunity to be the QB. And let's see what we do. Yep, it is. QB. So again, Jake Smith will be the QB. They'll shift out of that. 1st and 10. Inside run there by Jake Smith. Good job. Gets across the 35. The QB got some size. 6'3" sophomore, 195. Coming in, we'll try to get some of these. Justin Yerbick goes to as an offensive lineman, number 56. Also out there, Aaron Evans. So we'll get the flip. A lot of those guys were playing D-line. Going to get a chance to play some tonight. That's going to be huge. Try to keep most of these starters healthy. Now you got as a, believe, as the wing, it is off this left side. That's a run there.
Reese Allen.
Yep. And again, Gabe Gossett is a wing. And we'll see who else is out there as we look. An opportunity here as they change. So Little Giants, and again now 2:22 in this third quarter. Inside the 30. Opportunity, Jake Smith as the QB. Will come back, he'll bring into play. Also, they have Blake Poston. He'll be a receiver. Single back. Out of the gun again for Jake Smith and the Little Giants. Lost a snap, and he'll run out there. Gossett blocks out there. Look at the streak. Cut back. Turns to the 10, to the 5. And it's a touchdown, but another penalty marker down against this
once again,
Little Giant squad.
Not going to count.
Take another touchdown away.
Holding.
Again, a hold against the Little Giants. We've had multiple of those tonight there, Bobby.
We have just shot ourselves in the foot. On big plays, too. We've had 3 touchdowns called back on penalties so far.
You know, this is really an explosive offense, and it just shows you, the ability to score in any kind of time, and then from, a situation here overcoming a lot of penalties again. So we just have to reduce some of those.
It's nice to have the ability, but you got to be able to do so without these penalties.
So it'll be second down. And from about the 36, snap of the football. Trying to turn the corner of this near side.
Got it.
At the 30 and dives. And a good run there by Reese Allen. He was the quarterback in that sophomore game. He had several touchdown runs. Reese Allen with the carry. And again, this is an opportunity. Really has a lot run and a lot of practice kind of sets in the varsity. So this is a unique opportunity for him.
Gain some experience and a new perspective.
Yeah, he's normally the quarterback. Now you're running as the running back out of the gun. 30 seconds here. Free snap. It goes to Jake Smith. He cradles it. Gets one touchdown off the right side into the end zone. A touchdown by the Little Giants.
31 yards.
31 on the carry there by Jake Smith. 31-yard run. Boy, he is strong, isn't he?
Yes,
you see him break from line of scrimmage. The couple there. Jake Smith with a 31-yard run for the QB. And the Little Giants now with a lead of 55-0. And again, with 22 seconds left in this third, PAT will be coming up. Gabe Gossett will do the hold as the holder. High snap and a block. PAT, no good. We've had a couple of those. I know we'll address that in practice this week. So no good. PAT blocked. We've had, 3 of those tonight.
One was wide left and 2 were blocked.
Yep. So a couple of those. So 55-0. Little Giants with the advantage. The final few seconds of the third quarter when we return to Memorial Stadium. Little Giants up 55-0. A lead over Macomb. Back in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerville Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerville Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off.
31-yard run, no good. PAT blocked, and the Little Giants lead it 55-0. I think coming in, Bob, this is probably what we expected. There's going to be a pretty lopsided score with this game. We anticipated, we would hope it was going to be that case, and it has turned out to be very much that.
Yeah, that's been a pretty one-sided affair so far, and hopefully we can get this game over here pretty quick.
At the 8-yard line on a return by the Macomb Bombers. Got the sideline, and it goes out of bounds.
There could be a flag on that. Ain't careful.
And again, you got to pull up there. And again, the Little Giants, and again, it was pretty close with Zach Collier. Take the man out of bounds there. On the return by the Macomb Bombers, and the closing seconds are in the books here for 3 quarters. Little Giants with a continuous clock will head to the fourth, leading 55-0 over the Macomb Bombers. Our fourth quarter will return here on the Voice of the Little Giants, WBYS, back in 1 minute.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerville Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerville Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monaco's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Well, confusion as we begin the fourth quarter. Macomb offense, they had an extra man out there. And in the backfield, they have McKenna Gabai out of the gun. And again, Claps in ready for the snap of the football to begin our fourth quarter, with the Little Giants up in this one 55-0. Play clock was down to about 4 on that. Diving, crossed about the 43 on the run there. I believe that was Elise Stone.
Yep.
Elise Stone, number 80, on the carry. He's 6'1", a junior. And again, Elias Stone with that carry for the Macomb Bombers. Little Giants try to gain one of their goals coming into this game, Bob, and that was to get the shutout. And so far, so good as we head into the fourth. What about any type of yardage? Let's talk about Macomb. What have they been able to do yardage-wise in this game?
Well, they had 29 yards in the first half, and right now I've got them for 8 yards in the second half. We pretty much shut them down.
So our in-game stats are brought to you by White Oaks in Canton. Make the White Oaks your pregame stop for $1.75 cheeseburgers, 75-cent fries, 4 till 7, and White Oaks 46 White Court in Canton with a continuous clock. We're a minute into this fourth quarter. Again, Macomb gets it to about the 44-yard line. Substitution, Dominic Richards, a junior, will check in. So bench being emptied, and a lot of underclass getting some opportunities to play. Bailey Pearson comes off. Secondary got to this near side. Dalton Stansel is a D-back. And we'll see, we'll get to some of those, again, some of the different changes in that secondary for the Little Giants. The Bombers and their QB Gabai out of the formation. And it goes into the hands of Ali Stone and runs it across about the 46, 47-yard line for the Macomb Bombers. Ali Stone with that carry. Canton sophomores tonight started a little bit slow. And again, they came on strong tonight with a 50-0 win. That was the Canton sophomores. Send their record to 2-0. Freshmen will be back in action next week at home here on Friday night as they'll take on Washington, and we open up the conference season. Substitution, Tristan Edelman is a junior. We'll check in. A lot of substitutions on the line.
I like it.
Also out there, we take a look at Dalton Miller, number 46, a junior, in the lineup for the Little Giants. And who else do we got out there? Jace Kelly is a sophomore in that secondary for the Little Giants. 9:30 remaining. Snap of the football. And again, leveled at the 45. Goes down with a key stop there. Edelman. And who else was out there? I believe Jackson Sanders, 57. And that will force the Macomb Bombers one more time tonight. You know, look back here, Bobby, and then for the Bombers. Opening possession, 3 and out. Interception, 3 and out, a punt, 3 and out, a punt, block punt, and 3 and out, a punt. In that, pretty much in that third quarter, 3 and out, a punt. So numerous, you're getting the idea. And defense has really forced them to punt here on fourth down again. And again, that was a fourth down. So Little Giants, again, will have the possession here. And again, it's been numerous times. Again, Little Giants have really stepped up defensively. And again, here in this stretch of 8:32, Little Giants lead it 55-0.
That was Jake Smith for an easy 6.
Yep. So again, now the substitutions. We'll try to reel in about of those. Again, Logan Van Middlesworth, sophomore, comes in at the goal line.
Matt Kessler out there.
Yep. That was one of the substitutions. He's a sophomore.
Zach Schubert.
Also the running back, it is Reese Allen, along with Jake Smith. Now will stab at the football, inside handoff, trying to get out front here. Nice little block to this outside, to the 30, to the 20, running to this near side and thrown out of bounds from behind.
It's going to be
That's a run
collar
by Jace Kelly, the sophomore.
It's going to be a horse collar too, Leon.
Yep, you can grab him. We haven't seen one of those in a while. Grabbed him from behind, and Jace Kelly, nice job by the sophomore, runs it to the boundary to this near side. And the clock continues to run here at 7:37. So again, the Little Giants in Macomb territory now. It'll be first and goal inside the 5.
Yeah, it'll end up being a 4-yard penalty.
So at the 4-yard line, first and goal for the Little Giants offense. A lot of underclass in this stretch of the game, leading 55-0. And the snap of the football is a low one. Jake Smith just runs in, and the indication is good. 4-yard run. 4-yard run by Jake Smith. Starting to see a little bit of what the future may have in store for the big, strong sophomore Jake Smith. Gets the 4-yard run. And the Little Giants go up in this one 61 zip in this fourth quarter. Continuous clock continues at the 7-minute mark here. And the Little Giants, and I believe it's going to be 2-point conversion. Or they're going to be shifting here. Nope. It's going to be out of the hole to Jake Smith. PAT coming up. And Jesse Theobald will try PAT. Botched that when the ball comes loose and no good. And we've had a bad round of luck. No good on the conversions tonight, Bob. 61-0. Play resumes here at 7:02 of the fourth. Little Giants leading 61-0. We'll kick it off. And it'll be Macomb football when we return in 30 seconds.
Helping bring you this event, Monaco's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Back here again, a 4-yard run by Jake Smith. No good on the PAT. Sets our score at 61-0. Little Giants will kick off from their 40. Macomb will have back to return. That'll be Kyle Protzman. And also back there, Elise Stone for the Bombers.
Just kick it high and down the middle. We've got too many special teams miscues tonight.
You got Theobald will kick it off. Again, for the kickoff here, 7:02 left in our fourth quarter. They boot the ball to the far side. Nice little kick there again. And picked up on the scoop there. And Elise Stone tried to run, and he's driven back. Stopped there about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, we call that a dog pile, Leon.
The Little Giants got off to a start tonight. Again, led it 7-0 early. Pretty much stalled. A couple of different drives in that first quarter. A couple of scores. We added 3 scores. And again, led at halftime 35-0. Ended up scoring 4 times in the second quarter. A couple more added in the third. And 1 in the fourth here. 61-0. With the 6:22, we'll have all of our post-game info for you, so stick around for that. We'll have our scoring coach's interview brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse, or game-changing play or performance. Keep that in mind there, BW. We'll look at that as well. Snap of the football, high one. Back to flip the pass, and incomplete. Was intended for John Four. Threw it out in front of him. It goes incomplete. Clock continues here at 5:55. Definitely feel a difference in the coolness of the air. Late night of football here at Memorial Stadium in this week, too. Definitely a chill in the air.
There is.
I told you.
I'm strong. I'm good. Good to go, man. My legs are good. They're covered up here, so we're good to go.
I'm comfy.
Back here again, play resumes. And it will be second down. Macomb has their football from the 20-yard line. Keeping the clock running here. Inside a handoff, it goes to Gentry. He bolts up across the 30-yard line.
Boy, give him 12. That's their longest gain of the night.
Yep, one of their biggest runs, chasing to that spot there. Had a couple of guys stop out there. Dalton Miller.
How about this? That's their second first down of the game.
Wow. Also out there defensively, you got Zach Carlson, number 29. He's a senior. One of the guys in a Dalton Stansel. And let's see who else I can mention.
See Brody Scarcliffe out there.
Yep, Scarcliffe. A lot of the guys we have mentioned previously, but they're back out on the field defensively for this Little Giant group. Leading 61-0. We turn the corner here at 4:32.
Oh, you see Macomb just trying to let her run out, too.
Yep.
They're taking as much time off the clock as they can.
Yeah.
In the agony, so to speak.
And it's a difficult one, you know. Tony Weston in his first year. Trying to get things turned around. You always have big ideas. And again, that's up to about the 39-yard line on the carry there by Gentry again.
Let's give him 7.
Stop interior. Also up there is Tristan Edelman. He's a D lineman. And again, also out there is a junior linebacker, Mason Mars. So a lot of guys getting an opportunity to play in this one.
Can help you out in the long run.
And Bixler Video Production down on the field for our coverage tonight as well. Vic's been working the phones. She's got a bunch of red circles. That means a lot of finals already. We'll get a few of those mentioned as we go along here. Got a chance here. Vic, hand me that sheet there where we got a little pause. A couple of finals here. Sterling beat Pekin tonight 49-7. Dunlap 35, Marion 21. Jerseyville edges Metamora 27-24. Also tonight, the final, Stark County 18-6 over Lewistown. Final tonight, Farmington 29, Rushville Industry 20. A very tight game there tonight with the new dad, Dakota Horn, making the call tonight with his daughter Joelle, who was born earlier this week. North Fulton 24, Havana 14. That's the final tonight. The final, Mid-County Rova 20, Knoxville 16, and Princeville 56, Peoria Heights 6. And the final tonight, Elmwood Brimfield comes back 30-22, a win over Anawan Weathersfield. Those are score updates brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon, 647-4711 for the professionals at 3 Little Giants Plaza, North Main in Canton. 2:30 remaining from the 48s. Bombers. First down. And again with the carry there and down to about the 45. And again, the Gentry again.
Chunks.
And you don't want to be, if you're the Little Giants starters, you don't want to see your shutout go by the wayside.
He's getting, and his last 5 carries are for 8, 12, 7, 8, and 8.
We hope that they, keep chewing up the clock here. Maybe he'll run out before they get close to the end zone. We're in Little Giant territory. What, only the second time?
It is.
Only the second time tonight, right?
Yep, it is.
From a 44-yard line. They run the play clock here. It's a 21. Game clock at a minute 44. Little Giant defense waits. Also out there is Brody Scarcliffe, who Bob mentioned, number 44 is a junior out there. Trying to see who else is out there if we can get a chance here for this Little Giants defense. Out of that single, back. Flips the pass out there, and it goes incomplete. Incomplete was intended for Protzman. Clock will continue to run even though it was a incomplete pass with a minute 15 left here. Third down for the Macomb Bombers. So last little gasp here as a chance to put any points on the board. This is one big goal. I know this Little Giant defense wanted to come in and shut the door tonight, and they indeed have. With 57 seconds, stick around. Our post game is coming up momentarily. It's brought to you by Monticle's Pizza. Perfect post game stop at 135 North 5th Avenue in Canton. Little Giants got out of the gates tonight. They led it 7-0, broke it open with several scores in that second quarter. And again, ended up leading now 61-0. They're going to go 2-0 to start the action in week 3. We'll open up the Mid-Atlantic Conference next week against Washington. Snap the football, they'll take a knee. And fourth down will come up.
That's it. We'll get
That's the way that the game will come to a close. The Little Giants, again, an abbreviated home and away series with Macomb, longtime rival back in the 70s, will come to an end tonight with the Little Giants shutting out the Macomb Bombers tonight by a score 61-0. Post game when we return back here from Memorial Stadium, and it's brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, the perfect post game stop, 135 North 5th in Canton. Back here with more coverage here from Memorial Stadium in week 2. Little Giants a winner, and tonight here by a score of 61-0. We'll get to our post game. All that for you can make on a chilly finish to this one. The Little Giants nail down a win tonight here in week 2. Back with more of our post game when we return in 2 minutes.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerville Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerville Home Health Quality disposal, and quality roll-off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
I'm Jason. I'm 32, and my risk for stroke is increased by 5 times because of an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Because of my young age, I'm not a typical AFib patient.
And I'm Pat. I'm 62, and I'm a 2-time stroke survivor with AFib, which is most common in older people.
Together, we are faces of AFib and stroke.
Telling our stories might help save a life.
Take action today by talking with a healthcare professional about your risk, and visit stroke.org to learn more.
Back here to finish up Little Giant post-game show. Here with all of our folks in the broadcast booth. Vic's finishing up some scores. We'll get you updated on that. The night began with the Canton sophomores picking up a win, 50-0. They go to 2-0. Thursday night, Galesburg beat the Canton freshmen 14-8. Let's take a look at some of the other things that are going on. And again, our recap of the scoring. We'll have that for you. Some scores. Let's get to some of these scores here real quickly as we have some opportunity. Post-game scoring brought to you by the Clayburgh Fulton County Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. It's located in Cuba. Let the rehabilitation therapy team at Clayburgh get you back home. 785-5012. Finals tonight, as we mentioned here, a non-conference game. Little Giants win this one by a score of 61-0. That is one of the finals tonight. So Little Giants 61-0. They go 2-0. Other finals tonight: Stark County 18, Lewistown 6, Farmington 29, Rushville Industry 20, North Fulton holds off Havana 24-14. Final tonight, it was Mid-County Oneida 20, Knoxville 16, Princeville 56, Peoria Heights 6, Abington Avon 59, Ridgewood 6. Final tonight, Elmwood Brimfield 30, Anawan Weathersfield 22, Sterling 49, Pekin 7. Late in the game, Washington leading Morris 21-10. That's the last update we had on that one. Bob will work on hit, and he'll try to get that as he is fixed and working on some stats. Dunlap 35, Marion 21. Limestone trailing late in the game, LaSalle Peru 14, Limestone 12. We have Jerseyville a winner 27-24 for Metamora, and Morton 50, Centralia 36. Those are some late games. So, and again,
Morris is up 21-10, not Washington.
All right. So
Sorry about that.
So that's an update. Morris leading Washington 21-10. So that is late in the game there as well. Bobby, got another one?
Morris just actually intercepted the ball in the end zone, so doesn't look good for the outcome for Washington.
All right. So they'll head here, looks like, to this point, 1-1 to begin the week 3 of football. Let's take a quick break here. We'll recap the scoring, and that'll be brought to you by Country Financial Agents Ray Rickenow, Walter Brown. Will return 8 scoring tonight. The Little Giants, 8 touchdowns. All when we return to Memorial Stadium in 1 minute.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monocle's Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North First Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A. And M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
Here we get the scoring recaps tonight. 8 of these by the Little Giants scoring tonight, touchdowns. Brought to you by Country Financial, Ray Rickino, Walter Brown. You can call 647-6180. Began the night, so Macomb forced to punt. They did it numerous times tonight. And then the Little Giants will go 8 plays, 88 yards. Took them 2 minutes, 56 seconds. A 2-yard run by Clint Wells. PAT was headed by Jesse Theobald. And again, Little Giants led it 7-0. And both teams turned it over. An interception. And again, recovered there by Evan Otto. Incomplete, and then a punt, and then a fumble by Ethan Magnuson. And again, Little Giants at the end of one quarter led it 7-0. Also in the second quarter, first score, 5-play drive. Took them 207, 40 yards. Capped off by Drake Yerbick, a 12-yard run, PAT. And Little Giants led it in the second quarter, 14-0. Block punt by Garrett Petty. And led 4 plays later to a 2-yard run by Clint Wells. And no good on the conversion. And at that point, it was 20-0. Canton would score again on a big pass play, 48-yard connection. Clint Wells to, again, Jake Smith at the 4:40 mark, 2-point conversion run in by Clint Wells. It was 28-0. Also, Little Giants would have used a halfback option pass, Drake Yerbick to Nathan Lucas, 28-yard pass. PAT was good, led it 35-0. And that's what we stood at halftime here at Memorial Stadium in Week 2. Little Giants would score again in the third quarter. Ethan Magnuson, a 72-yard run, 2-point conversion by Mags, led it at 43-0. Little Giants would add a 55-yard pass play. Clint Wells to Nathan Lucas, no good on the PAT, 49-0. Little Giants would force Macomb one more time, a 3-and-out and a punt. A 31-yard run by Jake Smith, no good. PAT was blocked, 55-0. And then the Little Giants' final score of the night came on a 4-yard run by the QB, Jake Smith. Again, PAT no good on that conversion, 61-0. That's the way the game come to a close. Your scoring drive is brought to you by Country Financial, Ray Rickino, and Walter Brown, 647-6180. Next week in the Mid-Illini, Canton will host the Washington Panthers. East Peoria will be at Limestone, Pekin at Dunlap, and Morton at Metamora. That is in Week 3, the beginning of the 36th year and season of the Mid-Illini Conference. And again, next week, it will be action. Illini West will be at Farmington next week on CD Country 107.9 FM. Again, the finals tonight, Canton Sophomores 50, Little Giants, Canton Sophomores 50, Macomb nothing. They're 2-0. And the varsity wins tonight 61-0 over Macomb. Little Giants off to a 2-0 start 2017. When we return, more coming up on the Monticles Pizza post-game show. And it's brought to you throughout the year by Monticles, the perfect post-game stop at 135 North 5th in Canton. A 2-minute break, and we'll get to the stats with BW after this 2-minute timeout from Memorial Stadium.
Helping bring you this event, Sedgwick Funeral Homes, located in Bartonville, Farmington, and in Canton. By Remax Traders Unlimited, Susie McMillan, your agent. Spoon Animal Clinic, located on the north edge of Canton. By Stereo Village, located on South 4th Avenue. Canton Wesley United Methodist Church, located on North Avenue A in Canton. And Spoonerver Home Health, Quality Disposal, and Quality Roll-Off. Helping bring you this event, Monticles Pizza, located on North 5th Avenue in Canton. In Canton, we deliver. The Bank of Farmington, with locations in Farmington and in Canton. Canton Napa, located on North 1st Avenue. Big Horse Vineyard, located near Lewistown. Lambs of God Daycare and Preschool, located on North Avenue A, and M. Bixler Video Productions, located in Canton.
I'm Jason. I'm 32, and my risk for stroke is increased by 5 times because of an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Because of my young age, I'm not a typical AFib patient.
And I'm Pat. I'm 62, and I'm a 2-time stroke survivor with AFib, which is most common in older people.
Together, we are faces of AFib and stroke.
Telling our stories might help save a life.
Take action today by talking with a healthcare professional about your risk, and visit stroke.org to learn more.
Back we continue. Monticle's Pizzas post-show here on WBYS. Bob Wagner will have the recap the stats, so stay tuned for that. Cody Myers, head coach, is making his way up here. We'll have a visit with him. It is brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse on North Main in Canton. Enjoy a quick lunch at the Soup and Salad Bar every day at Big Rack Steakhouse, North Main in Canton. Head coach Cody Myers off to a 2-0 start there. Coach, nice job here tonight. Took care of business early and, again, put it away in the second half. Very nice game. Defensively tonight, what an outstanding job. You guys took advantage of some situations and put away tonight. A big win for you guys.
Well, it was nice to finally come out and play well. We still had way too many mistakes, but, the more I think about it, our kids are playing hard, and that's the thing I'm most proud of.
Yeah, and sometimes we get a little bit lazy. We get a little position sometimes, and that's when we make some not so good a play sometimes.
Yeah, and those guys are fighting, on the edge when we're running some of those sweep plays or some of those misdirection plays, and I just don't think we're getting our bodies in the right position to make those plays. Coming out to start the second half, we had a little reverse drawn up and give Drake the ball in that kickoff return. You say you want to score there, and we did. Mm-hmm. We had a little penalty there. So, some things on special team look good. Our kickoff team looked much better this week. Those are things to be proud of.
Yeah, you're looking to moving forward, and, I think you took a step forward definitely tonight and getting 61 points on the board and opportunity. A lot of guys were able to, contribute to offensively tonight, and that's what you're looking for this, for this team to kind of formulate a good balance passing and running tonight.
Yeah, and that's on the offensive line as well. It's not just the guys carrying the ball or catching the ball or throwing the ball. And, I'm seeing a lot of growth there on the offensive line, especially on the sidelines and in the huddle. These guys are paying a lot of attention to the details that hopefully will make us successful.
Great pass protection tonight, too. All time for Clint to set his feet and throw the ball really well tonight.
And that's been a focus since last year. We knew people were going to try to bring some pressure, especially in passing situations, knowing how tight our formations are. And I think our running backs did a good job of picking up some of those blitzers for Clint, and he feels comfortable back there. He's a senior. He's done this before. He's played in pressure situations, so third down and long doesn't scare him.
I know it's an opportunity to get a lot of kids some playing time tonight, to reward some of the sophomores, some of the underclass kids as well, kind of late in the game, though. So shuffle in. I know that some of the starters looking at them, they're getting the ball in about the 45. And we don't want to give up that shutout, so that kept intact here tonight as well.
Those guys were awesome in there. I mean, those guys are playing by our rules and doing the things that we ask them to do and giving full effort, and that made their day, That was great. And the beautiful thing about it is all the guys on our sideline up cheering them on. I love that team camaraderie about us, and I think that's also going to help us going forward, whether that's on an everyday basis or, maybe if we make it farther in the season.
I noticed a little different demeanor on the sidelines going in tonight, a little bit more relaxed and kind of game ready tonight. We're kind of stepping towards getting conference ready to play. We better be, right?
You want to know a secret, guys?
What's that?
Our kids goofy. If you find them goofy before the game, that's really bad.
That's a good indicator. Oh, it's a bad.
But most people would say, "Oh, they're goofy. They're laid back." No, goofy is bad. Silent and calm. Our kids are ready, and we were silent and calm tonight, and I was very excited about that. Now, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't want to jinx it, but that was fun.
As a head coach, are you starting to get that good feel about play calling and different things with this offense and knowing the different things that you're able to call out with all of the offensive players now?
The one thing that I've figured out over the years is somebody's going to show you what they're going to do, and that's their game plan. Mm-hmm. And most people stick to their game plan. That makes sense. You spent 3 days preparing that way and trying to come up with a way to stop us. So as soon as you can figure that out, you're going to be more successful. Now, I can't promise touchdowns, although we had 4 called back tonight. It's nice to just get a feel for the game and understand what your players are comfortable with and kind of go with that.
How pleased are you with this group to the point now, 2-0, a real good field win tonight? We knew we had to come in to put some big numbers again against Washington next week, so really a tough week of preparation.
We had a conversation down there, when the game was over, and you never want to mention teams you're going to play in the future, but the next 7 weeks for the seniors, if they want to show people that they're not satisfied, this is when you need to do it.
Yeah.
These are the 7 games people are going to talk about for the rest of your lives. So these Middle Illini games coming up, you're 2-0. You can't start any better than that. All mistakes and injuries aside, now it's time to put our hard hats on and go to work. And I think they're ready.
Absolutely. Are you glad that you didn't get a chance to draw last night? Are you glad you weren't one of the people that had to go out there and sketch the little giant?
You know what? I am a
Was that funny? Was that great, though?
I'm a terrible artist, and I really wish they would have shown Gage Miller's stick figure with a blockhead. Now, today he's claiming, I drew ears, and I drew a C and a hammer. Gage, no, you didn't. It was awful. Anybody can go back and watch the video of Gage drawing and see us laughing at him. So, Ethan Magnuson did an excellent job.
Yeah.
He might have something going on outside of here if anybody needs any artwork done.
And great camaraderie, great building character for this team, and off the field, on the field. I mean, things you just kind of feel that really come together for this football team now.
Right now, yes, but we're going to see what we're made of when times get tough, and that could be losing at halftime. That could be a couple downs that don't go our way.
Absolutely.
But when these tides turn and that momentum changes, whether it be for a whole game, a week, an injury, whatever it may be, that's when we're going to find out what we're made of.
Absolutely.
And we haven't seen it yet. So, hopefully they prove that they are who we thought they were.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Coach Green jokes aside.
2-0, good start. We'll see you tomorrow morning with breakfast. The Hy-Vee there, looking forward to that. So it's a good opportunity, right?
Sounds good. The kids will continue to play for the town. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, enjoy your night, and nice win tonight for the Little Giants.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Coach Cody Myers at our post-game show, and it's brought to you by Big Rack Steakhouse on North Main in Canton. Enjoy a quick lunch and soup and salad bar at Big Rack Steakhouse in Canton. Bob will have the final numbers and stats in 30 seconds.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Back here we get the tail end of our post-game show, and let's check out some of the stats here. It's brought to you by White Oaks in Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburgers, 75-cent fries, 4 till 7 at White Oaks, 46 White Court in Canton. BW with the final statistical numbers there.
All right, Leon, for the Macomb Bombers, Jacob Berg, 3 carries, -8 yards. McKenna Gabai, 3 carries for a -5 yards. Ben Gentry, 12 carries, 46 yards. Eli Stone, 3 carries, 9 yards. John Holgel, 3 carries, 6 yards. Kyle Protzman had 5 carries, 5 yards. Rushing totals, 29 carries, 53 yards, 0 touchdowns. Passing for the Bombers, Jacob Berg, 9 attempts, 4 of those complete, 1 intercepted for 23 yards and no touchdowns. McKenna Gabai was unsuccessful on his 3 attempts. Passing totals, 12 attempts, 4 completions. 1 was intercepted for 23 yards and no touchdowns. Receiving for Macomb, John Holgel, 1 catch for 13 yards. Judd Thompson, 2 for 11. John Four, 1 for -1. Receiving totals, 4 catches, 23 yards, no touchdowns. Total offense in the game for Macomb, 53 yards rushing, 23 yards passing, total of 76 yards. Time of possession, 29 minutes, 57 seconds. For the Canton Little Giants, rushing, Drake Yerbick, 16 carries, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Clint Wells, 11 carries, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ethan Magnuson, 8 carries for $134, 1 touchdown. Jake Smith, 4 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jace Kelly, 1 carry, 32 yards. And Reese Allen, 2 carries, 12 yards. Rushing totals, 30 carries for 365 yards and 6 touchdowns. Passing for Little Giants, Clint Wells, 6 attempts, 3 completions, no interceptions, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. Drake Yerbick was successful on his 1 attempt. That was for 28 yards and a touchdown. Passing totals, 7 attempts, 4 of those complete. No interceptions for 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Nathan Lucas, 3 catches for 129 yards, 2 of those for touchdowns. Jake Smith, 1 catch, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving totals, 4 catches for 175 yards, 3 touchdowns. Total offense for the Little Giants, 365 yards rushing, 175 yards receiving, passing, for a total of 540 yards. Time of possession, about 18 minutes and 3 seconds.
All righty. Good stuff tonight by the Little Giants. That's your in-game stats brought to you by White Oaks in Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburger, 75-cent fries, 4 till 7. White Oaks at 46 White Court in Canton. Final numbers tonight, Canton Sophomores won 50-0. They're 2-0. Canton Varsity won tonight with a running clock 61-0. We're 2-0 as we head to the 36th season of the Mid-Illini Conference next week. Canton will take on Washington right here next week in Week 3 football on the air at 7, kickoff at 7:30. East Peoria at Limestone, Pekin at Dunlap, and Morton will be at Metamora. Bobby, a quick comment, and we'll get ready for Coaches Roundtable on Illinois, the opener tomorrow, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to start the season, 2-0, than the non-conference part of the year. And, we've played well for the most part. Mistakes can do some damage to us personally if we don't turn those around. But I think overall, if you want to grade this team, A through F, I definitely give them probably a B to B plus right now. There's things to improve on, but with our experience and depth and ability, it definitely can be done by next Friday for the first game of the conference.
Looking forward to it. Week 3, the Little Giants will try to take that next step to staying perfect and starting off the Mid-Illini Conference with a win. That'll wrap our post-game show. It's brought to you by Monticle's Pizza, the perfect post-game stop at 135 North 5th in Canton. Appreciate Mark still down on the field out there for MBix for video production. For Vic gathering all the scores or finals tonight. For Bob Wagner, I'm Leon Groover, and the Little Giants 61-0 tonight. A win. And here from Memorial Stadium, we go to 2-0. And again, we'll prepare for Washington coming up next week. That'll just tomorrow morning. Coaches Roundtable at 9:05 from Hy-Vee. Illinois, Ball State at 10 pregame, and then kickoff at 11. So long tonight. Little Giants nailed down a win tonight over Macomb, 61-0. And so long tonight for a empty Ron Fahnestock Field.